Clickety, I have pressed the start recording button. Hello, people who are watching the recording, which is probably just going to be you guys rewatching the session on YouTube. If I actually remember to make it public and not private or unlisted or whatever, because that's the thing that I keep forgetting to do. But we're here for Shiny Boys session 60 something. I think it's 61. No, it's 62.
No, it's 62.
62. 61 was the last time. All right.
You shouldn't be here, Lars. Get out.
Okay.
Get out.
Do we remember who did the recap last time?
Oh, I wrote it down.
I think you should do it.
I think you should,
Okay.
Thomas, yeah.
So, last time on the Shiny Boys, I know where we ended up. I'm just gonna think about how we ended up there.
It wasn't a very long session.
It wasn't. It was a
Yeah.
short one. Yeah, they kind of all have been because they were always like on a work day. I would we'd do the session from like 5 a.m. to like 6:30 a.m. my time or something, and then I would sleep for like a few hours, and then at midday I had to go to work. But today I don't have to do that, so we can be up later.
It's session 62, and Lily did the last recap. That is
Okay.
what I've got.
Which would okay, so that means I'll do it this time, and Emma can do it next time. So we'll flip it around. So
Okay.
if you'd be happy with that. But okay, last session, I've kind of remembered slowly as I was thinking about it. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong about any of this stuff, I think we started off the session in a room full of books, flooded to the ceiling, I think. And the party made their best efforts to attempt to get out of this room, and you did, and you ran into... it took a little while, there's a lot of books to kind of go through. And then in the next room, you ran into Calorel, question mark, exclamation point, interrobang. And there was a little bit of chatting happening, and then as we were getting somewhere, after having subdued... Oh, wait, hold it! A bookshelf!
Yeah,
Oh,
Calorel got one smacked.
And knocked them out. I just remembered that. So they're like, how did you end up having a nice cordial discussion with... No, that makes sense. Okay. So, currently Calorel is tied up. They've been tied up by you right now. But there was a warning for you all to get out of the way and hide, which you all, I think, did. So you're all currently hiding behind various obstacles around, which are just like piles of books.
There are two cores. There are two cores currently. One of them's invisible, one of them's not.
Did we hide or did we decide to...
Hello, Badger.
I remember you all hiding behind things.
Wait,
Aylin, what did we do? Do you know? Because you're the keeper of the keys.
he said hello.
Hello.
Aylin, can you hear me?
What was the question? I got
um,
distracted by Cat.
Me too. Do you remember what Jade did at the end of last session? Just because I can't remember.
We all hid Drady as a Tressum.
Yeah.
Like my assumption is that Jade is always within a certain proximity of Core, but
I don't think
Core
if Core is standing... just because if Core is standing out in the open, I don't think Jade would hide.
There's two cores. One of them is standing out in the open. The real core is invisible and hiding.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
then Jade is the real Core.
Oh no, but that gives away Core's location. You
Okay,
don't know where he is.
Okay, then Jade will stand next to the fake Core.
Okay.
Out in the open, not hiding. Okay.
Then help sell the illusion.
Okay, so you are all in this room now. For those of you who are currently not hiding, which is just the
Jade.
real Jade only,
Oh yeah!
everybody else is hidden away. Jade, I'm going to need you to make for me a Constitution saving throw as a
Oh, no!
flash of light fills the room.
Okay, I have a question
make
though, because
mistakes?
I know that we gagged Calorel.
Yes,
So that
Yeah,
they
Calorel's
couldn't
gagged.
cast.
Calorel is gagged.
Okay, so somebody else is casting magic.
Or it's non-verbal.
I can neither confirm nor deny that accusation or suspicion.
16 on my
16.
Constitution.
Okay.
Sorry, no. 12.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Why?
I
Because
don't...
it's a +2. I was reading strength, like not calm.
Okay, well,
Wait.
in that case, as the light fills the room, for a split moment, Jade, you will be taking from this burst of light entering your retinas.
I would like to also make a statement after this.
Of course, like a fashion statement.
I also want to check something quickly.
Okay, so
Would
You'll
it
be
make
taking-
sense if I could have been doing patient defense?
you would have had to have you would have had to have told me that you were doing that beforehand if you wanted to.
That's true.
It would
You got
definitely
me
have made
there.
sense, but it.
Usually defending big court.
Now that I know this attack is coming, could I have done something in advance? But no, it's okay.
I mean, we were like stealthy, being like trying to be careful. So it's not necessarily out of the question that Jade could have been, in patient defense.
You know what? I'm fucking just take. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna be.
Don't worry, it won't be that much. But I will need you to take.
Honest,
Yes.
Remember that I took the full damage, and then I'm gonna tell you something.
Okay. So, I will need you to take a total, a whopping, 4 points of psychic damage.
Sick. Okay.
It hurts just a
Thomas.
little bit. Yes, okay.
I have a question.
Hit me with
This
as
is
many
big
questions as you like.
blinding light, right?
Say again.
This is a big blinding light.
Yes.
As I, at Jade, have been known to refract light through my core, is there any way this could bounce back and hit them? Because I'm big Jade statue.
That's really funny.
It's in the law!
No, you!
It's in the law! My sunburst is a whole thing!
Okay.
I'm shot
Let's
this
reverse
way!
Uno on
At
him.
this exact moment.
Is that the shirtlessness payoff?
You know what?
Ah!
This is such a ridiculous idea, but I love it. So I'll give you a small chance. I would like you to roll for me. It does refract for you, but there's a low chance that it's going to end up hitting the target. So I'm going to get you to roll a D100 for me.
I do 100.
Yep.
I use luck. No, I don't have luck.
You don't have luck, I do.
Joking.
Okay. And I'm going to roll something as well on my end. Something secret. Something fun.
3.
Three?
That
Okay.
would be my dimension, guys. If I was a cleric.
3 on the D100. Holy moly. Okay.
It
You
was a
hear...
3, and I was about to say 300.
I've done that.
Well, okay. Before your vision has returned, immediately as the flash happens, you hear a familiar "Ah!" and then a sort of and that's it.
Tiny Fury?
The light slowly fades from the room.
Where's Tiny Fury hiding?
Tiny Fury's huge! Tiny Fury can't hide unless you have Tiny Fury hidden somewhere. Tiny Fury's just...
Wait, no,
Where
we
have
hit him. We left him behind, didn't we?
Where
With
is
a
he?
lure. With a light.
I don't know if we brought Tiny Fury.
We didn't bring him. Don't worry. I'm just being stupid. Continue.
No, okay, wait. Where is Tiny Fury, for my sake? Because I...
With, not Allura.
Not Laura.
Your
He's-
mum.
Tiny Fury's with Loren! Okay,
Alaria,
we've lost Tiny Fury
Alaria.
to another
This is
companion.
Alaria.
Okay. Alaria... Okay, did Alaria stay behind?
Ilaria
is
came
with
with
us.
us.
I think you came...
What? Then who's got Tiny Fury? We left him with a capable friend.
I think
No
all
one
your
did,
Fisher friends
Brad.
came with you.
Cloud. He's a Cloud.
Oh, he's all the way back there. Okay, yeah, okay. All good. So that means for Heller at all then. Okay, on the service, and everybody else is with you. Tamara's with you.
Tamara's with us.
Tamara's with
It's
you.
been
Avarice
six-
is with you.
Avros is with us as well.
And
Why?
Alaria's with you.
I swear we tried to leave him behind.
No, Avros is with us.
He is with us. I can confirm this.
I vividly
Of course,
remember.
Avros is with us. At the end of all things.
Prophecy has been fulfilled.
Oh, yes.
Let's go.
Hello.
Shoutouts to Emma's mum for
Yeah.
being a
I'm
very
playing
consistent cast
D&D.
member.
Happy New Year. Yeah, no, we had a good one. Yes, they did. I'll tell you all about it later, okay? I'm playing D&D. I love you, bye.
Happy
Have
New
a
Year,
new-
Emma's mom. Okay. Right. Tiny Fury is on for Heller Toll with Cloud and the Bird Boys. The rest of the
And
NPCs
Jade's shirtless light hit someone.
Who does it
Yes.
hit? I hear a familiar voice. Who is it?
You heard but I'm gonna need you all to roll for me intelligence checks if you'd like. Or, yeah, intelligence checks.
19 plus
20.
Nice.
21.
21, 20, and Aylin, what are you laughing
I
about?
just had to show him up, didn't I?
Yeah, well, I'm usually.
It's a natural 20
Oh my
for 23.
23,
What
okay.
is really smart?
I think
Oh, I thought you...
all of your rolls, you will all all of you got above 20, and Aylin, you got a natural 20, so you'll have this immediate, like, I know exactly who it is. The rest of you will take like a second, but you will all recognize it because it's all in your minds. It's a familiar because it sounds like Zeph's voice.
Haha! Sorry,
As-
stop, Jade.
I get my fake self to put up both middle fingers in the direction of Zephy's voice.
Jade joins in.
Okay.
Yeah.
As the light fades from the room and your vision is restored, you see before you a pile of rope.
A what?
A pile of rope. Where
Oh,
Calorel was once subdued.
Oh.
far out.
Far out indeed.
What direction
Yes.
did the sound of the painful screams from Zephy's come from?
Oh, is that what you were going to
That-
ask, Ellen?
Well, that's a very good question. My other question was, am I within 60 feet of anybody invisible? Because I can see invisibility in this state.
You can see core.
You can see Core.
Yes.
And Core is the only person you can see. You also
that is
can't-
invisible.
Yeah, and you also
Okay.
can't see Calorel anywhere, which would indicate to you that Calorel is not in fact invisible anywhere. You also can't see Zephy's anywhere. Now, the direction from which the voice came is a wall that he was up against. That doesn't appear to have any doors or anything like that, as far as you can tell.
Well, that was rude.
I do not see Zephy's, but I am certain that I roasted his behind very, very thoroughly.
Well, we need to go because he just took Calorel.
Okay. Can I use survival to see if Calorel has walked anywhere other than magic anywhere?
You can go for it. Roll for
Can I
me.
assist?
Yeah, if you're looking around as well, either one of you can roll with advantage, or you can both roll individually, whichever you like.
First, the 18 plus 21.
21.
Aelin, do you want to roll one?
I figured that damn it, Jade has better survival, so go for it.
21 is the one.
Okay.
I'm acting entirely through my fake self, including the speaking. Invisible core isn't saying anything.
Okay.
Drudy will periodically glance at invisible core just because, like, when you can see something that shouldn't be there, it, like, your brain just kind of wants to look at it.
Whenever he notices Drudy looking at him, he like squats down, does a little booty pop, and stands back up.
Jade is
As-
suddenly sneezes.
At this point, also, I think Tamar, before I get to your survival check, Tamar stands up and walks over towards the fake Core, and he starts talking. Core, I can only imagine how hard this would. Oh! And he trips over the real you. And he's
Two
flat.
sets of laughter just echo.
He looks around in shock.
Jade's face cracks like this.
That was horrifying.
That was legit kind of scary.
Yeah.
I'm
Don't
stunned.
do that, Jade. Don't do that.
What?
Whatever you just did, don't do it.
Okay.
Tamar stands up. I forgot what I was going to say.
You were expressing deepest sympathies to me because of my horrible family situation.
Yes, that. I hope you're okay.
Let's just find him.
Right. Where to? And he looks to you, Jade. Now, Jade, you've looked around. You've rolled a survival check. You are a survivor. Right now, you're surviving. And you know who's not going to survive soon? The bad guys.
I'm not gonna give up.
But okay, looking around the ground, you're taking out your proverbial magnifying glass, looking around to see if you could find any signs
Through my hand.
of a scuffle or anything like that. And you do notice some marks along the wall that appear a bit sus. You see some sort of like cat scratch marks, as if they were enlarged almost, like large cat scratch marks along the wall,
Tiny Fury.
roughly from
Yeah.
where you heard the voice come from. Or the I don't know why I'm raising my
Zephy's
hands
was-
like this, but
Zephy's was here.
Well, Zephy's is gone. What a coward.
if he was here, where is he now? Tamar asks.
Druty, do you sense any arcana in the air?
You asked Drudy and you don't ask me to help?
There's
don't
Arcana
know
in
where
the
you are.
air.
I'm right here. Fake Core waves his hands.
sorry. Hello.
Oh, what about me? Avros pops out. I actually
Yeah.
can't do that spell, so don't ask me. But I am quite magical.
You,
Ouch. Cool. Drudy, do you want to go Arcana check it with me?
Yep. Does Core want the advantage?
Sure.
Drudy's a cat.
oh, the reason I asked Druty is because I'm still in Slayer mode, where Aelin was arcana checking everything. Non-stop.
This is going to be very good. Hold
Oh
on.
yeah.
I'm just going to read froze the page.
Hi, baby.
Because Core's D&D page froze. Come back, please.
Oh no, Brian's taken over. You froze the page. Okay.
It froze it. So it was 19 plus 8, 27.
Okay, now this tells you if there is any sort of magic around. It tells you the schools of magic as well.
No, 27 Arcana check. So basically anything.
Oh,
I
Arcana
can
check. Okay. I thought okay. Arcana check.
Wizard type.
As you
Sending out like a vibe check for the wizard for
It's like
the Arcana.
Oh
Don't
my
do that.
god! Tiny Furious entered the room.
Tiny Fury.
You know what though? With that's like probably an accurate size reference. If you guys were both the same size, yeah. But okay. Doing your little Arcana ping. What did you say you rolled?
27.
27. That's incredibly high. Okay. You feel a very potent magical energy permeating through this wall. The kind that you feel feels like not necessarily a magical energy that would emanate from like a spell being cast or like a trap of some sort or anything like that, but it's more like the magical energy that would be exuded from a very magical figure or person. Feels like maybe Calorel's magic could be included in that, but there's a sort of a magical twang that you get from like Zephy's possible presence in the area, which maybe also on this Arcana check will give you the idea that they're probably in the area still. That's what it feels like they're a distance away.
Okay. I communicate that and then I just start yelling, Zephy's, why are you running away? Are we that scary? Come on.
And you hear a distant, I will come back for you.
Can I make a perception check to figure out what he said?
Yes, you can.
Same.
Sure.
26. Sorry, 24.
24, okay, that's
Still very good.
pretty good. This is a very low roll to succeed, by the way.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Sorry. Easy maths. It's 21.
21, okay, both are rolling really well this session so far. He said, I will come back for you, if you were to amplify the sound. But it was more like I will come back for you.
I'll turn to cause double, and I'll just say, if he's coming back for us, we can wait here for him, or we can follow. And I have one of those options I prefer.
I would like to follow because
We're on the same page.
yeah, because if Calorel dies, I'll feel a little bit bad. I think.
agree.
Maybe.
An itty bitty
I
bit
would
back.
feel very sad.
Yeah.
As you can see, I'm on the verge of breakdown.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I'm presenting myself like this too.
Uh-huh. Anyway, how are we going to follow?
Well,
Can you guys
Alaria speaks
come
up. Maybe we should inspect the wall from which we can hear the voice.
Sounds great.
Alright.
Calorel has been known to be able to walk through walls. I had an encounter with him on a boat once, where he did just that.
Tamar looks at you. Maybe we should try doing the same. And he starts walking at the wall, getting
Tamar?
ready to collide.
Tamar, stop!
And he stops
If you're
right
going
before
to do
hitting
this,
it.
go head first.
Say again.
If you're going to do this, go head first.
Head first. What do you mean?
No, let's not give Tamar concussion this early on.
It's fine. Alright. I trust Jade
No,
implicitly. And he plunges his head.
No,
If he's going to injure himself, he might as well totally injure himself.
If you want to interfere at this point, you're going to have to dexterity saving throw if you would like to prevent Tamar from colliding with the wall.
I stick my hand out and smack him lightly on the forehead.
I
Okay.
would like to claw his face as a cat.
Alright, you'll be able to do both of these things. And you manage to both slap and claw at his face as he plunges it into the wall. With his inertia carrying him forward, Tamar manages to have his, from your point of view... Well, actually, Regina, you'll have a bit of a different experience, but we'll get into that in just a second, if you're clawing his face.
Just watching.
Tamar's head...
Well, do we have the opportunity to dex save to do these things before he plummets?
Oh, I was just going to say that you're doing them as he's plummeting. Because
No. Can we try and stop him from plummeting?
you could try, but clawing or slapping him will probably not work. You'd have to probably restrain him in some way, if you'd like to do so, which is possible with a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, I'll try and grab him around the waist if he doesn't seem like he's going to stop.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw, go.
Natural 20.
Oh my god. Cora, you
Emma can see it.
There's an,
Cause dice.
an
wants to be
invisible
used.
force clutches Tamar, and he loses his breath for a moment.
Man.
Ow! Oh! Retreat, I'm sorry. And he turns back at you. And he looks around to where he would guess the real core is. Core, is that you?
I like a dart to the side, flick him, and step away.
Ooh,
Haha.
this is unsettling. Considering there's another
I'm gonna
core
go
right
examine. Oh, the other core's over by Jay. He's just like,
He waves back with a concerned expression.
Can I examine the wall and push my hands against it?
Okay, go for it. Would you like to roll anything, or are you just pushing your hands against it?
Investigation maybe?
Alright, go for it. Roll for me an investigation check.
I'm not joking. Look at this.
That's really good.
That's 23, I think. Hold
Oh
on.
my god! Okay, 23 investigation. You are investigating. Very quickly, something becomes apparent to you about the wall that seems a bit sus, which is that
Yeah.
the wall itself, or the section of wall that you're kind of in front of right now, where you kind of feel like, there was a voice on the other side of this wall, a fair distance away, who knows exactly how far, it's hard to say. It looks a lot more polished and clean than, like, other sections of the wall, which are a little bit more noticeably scuffed. This section here
I
seems to
kick
be...
it.
You kick it, your foot goes through.
Cool. I found the way through. Let's go.
Jade follows.
Tamar is... I don't know if he's still being restrained. I don't think he is, because you flicked him on the face.
No.
Alright, Tamar follows after you, Jade. Avarice waits for a moment. Ilaria goes after Tamar. And...
3D is flying like right behind Core.
Okay, you're flying behind, and Avarice takes a look around the room
Jade would be also.
and heads through as well.
Well, Jade might even try and go in simultaneously.
The real core went in first. Fake core will go in with Jade.
Alright.
Oh, okay, wait, actually. Is Dreety near fake core or real core?
Real Core.
Okay, Jade is no longer. It's the moment Jade clocked that, he's no longer near the double, he's hanging out with Dreety.
Okay.
Well, it's like, guys, what is the point in being invisible if you both stand next to me?
The moment I see that Zeph sees, I will move.
This is gonna look interesting.
3D
Avarice-
just perches on Jade's shoulder.
Core is just shaking his head as both the double and the invisible real core. He's like, ugh.
You walk through this apparent faux wall, and as you do, you enter into a very dim, unlit corridor, only being lit by the light coming from behind you, permeating through the fake wall. Seems that even light can pass through this one. As you walk through this long hallway with no doors on either side, you do see that it begins to kind of twist as you go through. As in, imagine that ahead of you normally, a normal, room or anything like that would be completely level. This one starts to kind of rotate on its axis a little bit, turning around. And at the very end, after it rotates a full 90 degrees, you see a door on its side on what looks like to be on one of the walls. Do you walk forward?
Yes.
Alright.
No.
No.
Wait,
You're
Thomas, can I ask
Yes.
a question?
Ask me as many questions as you like.
The thing that we came through,
Wait, say again.
the thing that we came through was a piece of blank wall. Would
Okay.
that be considered a door?
No. If you look...
Okay, then
Okay, wait.
I continue.
Jade, are you looking back through it in the other direction?
Yeah.
Okay. From this side of the wall, you can't see it. You just see into the open room.
Okay.
It's only visible from one side. A magical effect, perhaps? Well, I say perhaps, but what else could it
Definitely.
Definitely.
be? But okay, as you walk through... But there is definitely a door at the end of this hallway, even if it's rotated on its side. Alright, as you walk through, you do feel completely fine. Which is frankly bizarre, considering it seems like you're turned on your axis. As you walk by, the hallway kind of turns with you, and eventually by the time you reach the other side of the hallway, the door seems to be facing the right way up. Looking behind you, it appears that the hallway behind you is now twisted in the wrong direction.
Well, that's funky.
That's very unsettling. I'm unsettled.
You're unsettled by a lot of things, though.
Avarice looks around. This is quite fascinating, actually. I quite like this. This is interesting.
Uh-huh.
I wonder how do you think one builds a hallway like this? That's a marvel of engineering.
No, I don't care. Core
I
keeps
heard that
walking.
there's a merchant in a city called Ironstone who might be able to help you.
Oh, I see. Okay, a merchant in Ironstone. You say I've never been to Ironstone. I might have to check it out.
Different
Plane. Okay, I'll write it in my notes. Ironstone.
I heard he's very sexy.
Don't sleep with him. He's married though. His husband would eat your face.
I heard his husband's pretty sexy too.
All right, I would
If
not like
you
to
try
know
to
about-
sleep with his husband, he will eat your face.
Okay.
What about both?
They will both eat your face simultaneously, and it won't be in a sexy way.
Or it's just losing it. He's laughing.
That would be such a cursed encounter. Imagine Avarice popping into the universe for a bit. But alright. As you walk through, Alaria also seems to be kind of deep in thought as she looks at the hallway around her, without really saying anything though, but she follows behind you all as well. What do you do as you approach the door on the other side? Do you attempt to go through? Do you break it down? Do you knock?
Can we stealth approach this door?
Yeah,
Up to you. You can stealth if you'd like to.
I would like to stealth.
me too. I will. Wait, have I used it yet?
Okay.
I'll
I'll roll the NPCs and we'll do a group.
If I haven't
group
used it, I'm
stealth.
going to use Pass Without a Trace on all of us.
Okay.
It lasts 1 hour. So you guys can all add 10 to your roll.
24.
Did you have 10?
That's with the 10. I can't roll that without a 10.
28.
Nice.
That's-
Wait, did you say add 10?
10. I think 10, yeah.
Okay. I need to double check myself because this doesn't look right.
Double check yourself before you double wreck
It-
yourself.
Okay, so as a cat, Dreedy has a 31 stealth.
Ooh, boy. Okay, that is super stealthy.
28. 24. 31. I just saw a paw go into frame and just take my d4.
Okay, you are very, very hidden. With that level of stealth, it's going to be quite difficult for anybody to perceive you. You will not be perceived, it seems like. But okay, you are all stealth. How would you like to proceed with the door ahead of you? It is yours for the
Kick it
taking. Kick it open. All right, cool. Roll for me a strength check.
open.
I like that we're stealthing and then kicking a door open. That's really just the
9.
9. Okay, you're trying to. Okay, flavor this way. I think you're trying to be stealthy, and you realize it would be quite silly if I just broke down the door, trying to cause a scene while we're stealthed. And so you kind of do this light kick of like, haha, I'm breaking down the door.
And then I pivot.
But it seems to open even with the light kick. Doesn't look like it was locked or even completely closed. And it opens into the next very dimly lit room before you. Ahead of you lies a very strange looking hallway or room. It's like a wider hallway than the one you just came through. And the reason why it's a bit strange is because it's full of extremely overgrown trees. Roots all over the place, completely surrounding you. It is absolutely insurmountable. There's no way that a normal-sized person would be able to fit through this. Even as a Tressum Verdridi, it would be quite difficult. However, through the roots, you can kind of see a sort of perch on the other side. Looks like a wooden balcony of sorts. But looking around, say again.
Wait, we have a pillar to get through this, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Maybe you do. Maybe
Can't
you
one
don't.
of us? Can't one of us use trees to pillar?
It might be. I can't say for sure. I don't remember personally.
The cat looks at you like,
Guys, where did these pillars come from?
These
In
pillars.
law. We have no idea, right?
No.
Great, cool.
That is stuff that it could have been like. Well, you'll find out one day.
One day.
Maybe you won't.
also, Dreedy probably wouldn't have needed the poke and prod once I can't get through this. The form is dropped like very abruptly and.
Paul likes to poke and prod regardless.
Avra says, "Retrieve, welcome back."
The portal is already open, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yes! How convenient! 4 approaches.
All right. Now I've got a question for you, Verdridi. All right, or Aelin, Verdridi. Where are you portaling to? You'll be able to portal all the way through the trees onto that balcony that you see at the other end, along the wall that you can't completely quite make out, if you'd like to, or close to it, so that you'll be able to jump out on the other side. Or is there anywhere else you'd like to attempt to portal from here?
adjacent to the balcony, unless there's other suggestions as to where it should go.
Okay, that's the one immediately apparent to you. So if you're going there, then you'll be able to portal quite easily. Emerging on the other side, the roots open up as you make it and jump down to the balcony, I'm guessing, or just plop down, because you'll be right there, tree on the side, big roots, they open up, and everybody pops through. And you're all
I
on...
land with a lightless thump.
With a what jump?
With a lightless thump.
With a lightless thump. I like that. That's like...
Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice wording. I like that. It's cool. But alright, as you all land, you are on this balcony. As you look ahead of you, you see a bit more of the room, no longer covered in roots or anything like that, although a few leaves sparsely on the ground here and there. You do see what looks to be another door at the end.
Great.
Waiting.
Let's go.
Almost beckoning to be opened by the DM. Hello. Hi, it's me. I put the door there. I designed that one. And the previous door.
Did you?
I designed them all!
Ah.
But alright, the door sits ahead of you, as well as another mysterious chamber of some sort. Who knows what lies beyond? It'll be up to you to decide what you decide to do when you approach this door. And as you approach this door, it's up to you now to make that decision.
What's the decision?
We have
How are we going to
we have portaled through the root room, and are now on the other side. And Jade is opening the door.
Open the door.
Alright.
I open the door. We're still stealthed, right?
Oh yeah, of course. You haven't needed to come out of it or anything like that yet. There hasn't been any encounters or anything like that. No mobs around. You haven't been doing any actions that really require you to jump out of stealth, so you've been pretty stealthy, trying to keep your tracks light and minimal as you make your way through this room. Now, the next room before you, as you open the door, you are met.
One. I don't think I've tried that one.
Sorry, Emma's getting a chocolate.
Oh, chocolate. I might be getting a hot chocolate after this session. I might be going to a cafe because it'll be like 8 a.m. or something when we finish. So, I have a place that makes hot chocolate with no sugar.
No sugar.
Yeah, it's a dark chocolate, hot chocolate, and they make it with like plant milks. So, I've had it. It's the best thing ever. I love it. It's incredible. If you ever come down to like this part of Melbourne, I will take you to that place to have the hot chocolate. It is to die for. I would die for it. I'm going to sacrifice myself for it personally.
I need to go back to Melbourne because I miss the food.
The food is really good. I was back in this when I was back in the city with Maggie. It was, but okay, food thoughts aside, make myself hungry. As you open this door, Jade, you were the one
Jade
opening it.
opens the door stealthily.
You stealthily open the door. You open it and you look through. Before you is a giant void heading down into the ground. No floor to be seen. Void into the air as far as you can into the sky. Magically huge. It's like the TARDIS. This is how on Earth would this fit into whatever sanctuary you are currently exploring. It's impossible to say. And this is like the Monsters Inc. kind of lair where you've got just doors everywhere. The walls are doors on all sides around you. There is no floor, nothing. It's all doors all around. And you see
Good thing I can fly.
directly opposite you, on the exact other side, a door closed. And you have a glimpse, Jade, only you do, of the room that lies beyond. It's sort of a small hallway lit by a very glamorous chandelier. You're the only one who's seen it. Everybody else who's behind you doesn't get a look in time. So you're the only one who has visual info on the door. And the room behind it ahead of you, and it closes. You're all, meanwhile, by the way, like you have like a door frame to look through, and it's just a full right in front of you. So you're a single file behind Jade at this point. I mean, the room behind you is a bit bigger, so you can kind of stand aside the door frame. But if you're looking through, it's like a single file. But yeah, you've got doors as far as the eye can see.
Sorry, the tea was making a very loud noise. I didn't hear much of that.
The tea? Oh.
No.
Okay, you see the room before you. Jade is the only one who has information on the door that closed in front of you on the other side of this void this pit that just goes down seemingly infinitely into a darkness that you can't see through.
Did I see a door?
Okay, we'll just do the scene again from the beginning. Yeah, I'll just go through it again. As you open the door, before you there is a pit into which you could fall if you choose to, or if you accidentally fall, that just stretches down into infinity, and above you, into a darkness that you can't really see. The walls around you, around this kind of large, square-shaped room, there's just doors along the walls, on all walls around you. You're kind of peeking out through like a multitude of doors. On the exact opposite side, you get a sneak peek of a room before the door closes on the other side.
Wait, Thomas,
Yes.
I just closed the door we're in and I activate my pillar and open the door on the other side of it.
Very good.
It's the pillars. You get a pillar. You get a pillar. We all get pillars. All right. You immediately do the thing. You solve the puzzle. Okay. Boom. You can make a door pillar to the direct other side.
Very good.
Through. You open it up. You see the room before you, and the door in front of you again closes. This time you don't get to see anything behind it, but you just manage to see it close, as if somebody just went through. The chandelier hangs in this room. It's quite pretty. I can hear myself echoing a little bit.
Oh, maybe turn him down time.
Turn me down. I'm too loud. Ah. Alright.
What else is in this room?
Say again.
What else is in this room apart from a chandelier?
You've got a hallway. You've got a door on the other side. That's just closed. You've barely managed to catch it as the portal's opened. The other door is open on the other side. Or it's closed, I should say. As if somebody has just finished walking through. On the walls, nothing. On the ceiling and the floor, nothing. It's all wooden.
Okay.
But a glorious chandelier hangs in the middle. Yes.
Jade's new plan is to, well, it's kind of what he wants to do. Make sure that we somehow outpace Zepsi so we eventually get ahead of him.
Oh my god, it's a race.
So if I see even a glimpse of another door closing, I'm going to immediately slam shut and open to that next room.
Okay.
Not even a hesitation.
Sure. Okay. This time around, though, it's not quite fast enough to see a glimpse of the next room. So you'll have to walk through this hallway if you'd like to. It's a short one, but you'll have to walk through it. Or you can go through however you like. You're stealth currently, so whoever's walking has not noticed you, it seems like.
How far is the room? Like, how deep? From wall to wall?
20 feet.
I'll do a standing long jump to the other door.
Oh, okay, it's like Mario! Yahoo! Alright. You launch up to the other side, and I'm guessing you try to open the door as fast as you can.
Yeah.
Alright. You open it, and you feel a sort of... As you grab the doorknob, you feel a sort of like surge of magical energy almost. Almost as if you've been like statically shocked. But regardless, it doesn't hurt you. And you open the door, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay, you open it. It opens outwards, which is different to how you saw it open before. Whereas before it was opening inwards, this time it opens out of the hallway. And as you open it, you are greeted by yet another room that looks like another huge void this time. But not filled with doors. This one's filled with books. And there are these sections between the bookshelves that cover the walls completely that are filled with like stone tablets that it seems like.
Alright, step aside, I get my pillar out.
Yup.
Alright, but there don't appear to be any doors or hallways on any of the sides. This just kind of stretches up and stretches down. And you hear sort of ambient noises from this room.
What kind of ambient noises?
You might have a perception check to find out, if you'd like to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will roll a perception check, sound-based.
Okay.
Hold on. That would be 14.
Yeah.
14, okay.
Yay.
Nice. And this is what you'll hear. If you're listening around, Core, you're keeping your ears wide open, listening for anything that might sound strange or out of the ordinary in any sort of way. And there is a sort of sound that you hear coming from what seems like fairly far above you, but not so far that you can't hear it. You hear sort of...
I look up.
So what would a 22 on perception have gotten?
Okay, you'll hear a bit more clearly.
We look up.
You see, it's kind of dark and hard to see. There are dimly lit candles going up.
No, I can fly. I fly up.
But you fly up! Oh my god, you're flying. Okay, you see from here, at least, for the rest of you, if you're just kind of vaguely looking, there's like it's a small silhouette hanging onto one of the bookcases. Slowly, it looks like it's climbing up further and further. It's pretty small though from here. Corey, you're flying! Okay. Okay, tell me how you take off. Give me the flavor, give me the pizzazz.
I said step aside, then I run and jump into midair and just push off.
Oh, that's cool. And you fly, and you flap your wings, and you glide into the air to get to the source of the sounds. As you get closer, and you approach this, the silhouette of a very rat-like figure comes into view. Familiar one
Is
as
it?
well.
Freddy?
It is!
What are you doing here?
Freddy is climbing the bookshelf in this infinitely long room. He's climbing. And he doesn't notice you because you're still stealth even though you're flying. It's a dark room and he can't see. And he's making a lot of noise and he's covering your tracks by making that noise. Yeah. Oh, my back. Oh, my head. Oh, my nose.
Okay, I will break stealth. What are you doing here?
Oh, he falls. He lets go.
I grab him by the tail
Oh!
and swing him back into the bookshelf.
He grabs back on.
Get a handhold.
Wait, he's more like he's probably on the side because you're viewing him while he's climbing. God, you look lovely. I love your wings. When did you get
Thank
those?
you. It really doesn't matter. I don't know you well enough. Why are you here?
Oh, that's quite fabulous. Why am I here? I am climbing.
Why?
Oh, they say it's good for your thighs. But no, on a more serious note, because I feel like I may fall off again. I am searching for a large cat man.
Yeah, Zephyrs.
Oh, you know him on a personal level. Maybe you could get a hold of him for me.
Why?
Well, you see, it's kind of a complicated story. But he stole my... Okay, so here's what happened. I have planned to marry Mort. You may know this. We have been pretty explicit about this. We are currently engaged. He's my fiancé. I love him very much. And we would like to spend the rest of our lives together. However, what has happened seemingly is that, well, Mort has been taking care... Oh, well, it happened a little bit longer ago than that. But I've gone on my own. Here, do not tell Mort, please. He will worry. And he will yell at me for putting myself into danger. I do not know what he would do to me. I will be in even graver danger. However, what has happened is I had a sort of a wedding ring planned, and I would like to give it to him as a sort of for holy matrimony. You know, tie the knot, so to speak.
I grab Mort by the collar, lean in, and say, "Make this as few words as possible."
Okay, he stole my wedding ring. I would like it back.
He stole your wedding ring. Great. Do you know where he is?
I don't, but I saw him right here in this room earlier.
How earlier?
Oh, I think I've been climbing for at least 3 hours.
Mort.
I drag him down to everyone else by the tail.
Mort.
Do you place
I drop him in front of everyone.
Hello, Mort.
Oh, it's so nice to see you all again.
Thank you for giving us a lowdown of everything you just said. I have a question for you.
Oh, yes.
That was a joke. Basically.
I apologize, I'm quite sweaty.
Was there a stone in your wedding ring?
Yes! Well, of
What
course.
kind of stone?
God damn it.
It's the most unique diamond I've ever seen. At least I think it's a diamond, I don't know, it was very refractive. It was 20-sided, you see, and it reflected light in the most beautiful way.
Mort, get up on my back.
Onto your back, are you sure?
Yes, you're part of the team now.
Okay, I'm sorry, I've put on a few kilograms, I apologize in advance. And he gets on you, and he feels like a very heavy backpack.
What's in the backpack?
No, he feels like a heavy backpack.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't have a backpack. Okay, away we go! By the way, may I say, you are all looking very... Should I keep my voice down?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can add 10 to your stuff.
Ooh, wait, I'll get him to roll stealth as well.
I'll re-roll stealth.
Yeah, we can stop again.
Ooh! 31.
Sexy.
19.
Hell yeah.
Freddy's looking pretty stealthy too. May I say, you are all looking very wonderful today. You are looking great.
What's the plan?
How do we get out of here?
Well, there is what I think is, from what I can tell, from what I've seemed to gather, there is a door, like a double door, in an alcove much higher up I don't know what this room is.
And how did Zephyrs get there?
Zephyrs has some way of teleporting, I think. Or moving very fast. For he was near the ground level, of which there is one. I've started on it. This is quite high. He started down there a few hours ago, and I peered through because I was following him, you see. And he managed to climb his way very fast up the wall. It's like he's a cat.
He is a cat.
What do you mean?
He literally is a cat.
Mort, if you ask me, this is a common cat and mouse chase.
Then why am I the one chasing him? That seems kind of weird.
So, do the stone parts continue all the way up the walls?
Oh, you mean those tablets over there? I think they do, yes. I can't really
Cool.
see all the way.
We're gonna do some very quick pillaring and get up as high as we can.
Okay.
Okay?
I will hold on to your jade friend.
Good luck.
Okay.
Everyone who cannot walk up walls or fly, best of luck to you. Let's hope we all survive.
Tamara looks at everybody. Okay, alright.
Emma made tea for us.
Oh, tea! I'm gonna have a tea sip for me as well.
Biscuits.
I love you. I love you.
Also, by the way, in about 15 minutes or so, we'll have our first tea break, if that sounds good.
Oh. Okay, well, I've done the tea break now.
Well,
Core will activate his pillar, and the way I think he'll do it is he'll keep opening portals every 500 meters. As soon as people start to fall from the wall because of gravity, he'll open another one so they can climb up again. And he's going to try and get them up as fast as possible.
I see. Okay, for this, I would like you to give me a general dexterity check with advantage to see how fast it's going to be.
Can I assist by propelling Core with like my throws as high as I can when we start, so that he has as much like room to work with as possible?
For sure. Advantage.
Advantage. Do I need advantage considering I can fly? Like, I'm just not going to fall.
Yes, for putting the portals up quickly, but not for the flying.
Okay. Then it would be...
Because they still will require you to touch at least one of the stones.
16.
16? Pretty good. Jade, I'm guessing, are you rolling as well? If you're happy. Okay. With a 16, you'll be pretty quick, pretty slick. You got flight as well, so you've got a good, easy shot at making the portals appear pretty quickly. And everybody else, I think, will be able to hang on to at least the shelves for just a little bit. They're easy to grab onto. They're shelves. You can hold onto them like a ladder in a way. So everyone should be fine. But
quicker to port.
I will just get everybody...
Just in case you fall.
They don't have to hang on.
I'll get everybody else also, who is just climbing, to roll for me dexterity checks with advantage, because Cora's got an advantage as well, to see if you all cling on well enough. Now, I won't do it for Freddy, because he's hanging on to Jade, so he'll just fall if you fall, Jade. But I'll roll for everybody else. Okay.
Is the other third of my relationship going to be able to do this?
The other third? Well, he's hanging on
Or
to you.
is keeping an eye on Tamar, and if Tamar starts to fall, he'll just slowly push him back against the wall.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, let's see. Because I've rolled for Avarice. Avarice is going to be absolutely fine. Tamar will be... Yeah, we'll see.
Cora's keeping an eye on Tamar. He knows who Tamar is.
And Ilaria... Oh, Ilaria does indoor rock climbing courses on every Wednesday or something with friends. She's going to be...
Nobody's worried about Ilaria. Ilaria is amazing.
Ilaria is incredibly capable for the... At least compared to Tamar and Avarice. Oh, no, Avarice is doing pretty well, to be fair. Tamar is just... I'm just concerned about Tamar. Poor baby. Green baby.
Poor Tamar.
But
Poor green baby.
Sorry.
Drady is a Tressum again, because flying is easier than climbing.
Alright, if you're flying, you don't need to roll anything, because you'll be flying. Yeah. Jade!
Oh wait, Jade can run up vertical surfaces, so does he need to...
Oh, if you can run up vertical surfaces, you're fine as well.
Cool.
But I will get you to roll for me a strength check with advantage to see if Freddy is facing a fate of his own.
14.
14? Pretty good. Frederick von Bananenbeger, as his full name is gonna be just fine, you feel like. He's got a good grip on you, and you've got a good sense of where he's at the moment. Now, you begin making your way up. Portaling all the way up. You don't see anything at the bottom, and the room begins to dim and get darker as you go up. But you see a small speck of light very far up in the air, or very far up along one of the wall surfaces, which is just kind of directly above you. As you portal up, you get more of a visual on this double door. And eventually, you do get close enough to be able to jump into this sort of opening in the wall that kind of leads to this sort of pathway that leads to the door. It's just kind of like imagine like a bookshelf, like, and then there's like an opening that has kind of like, has a sort of, not a protrusion, but whatever, like an intrusion? A hole that leads to the door. And
Go to the door.
you jump out, you go to the door.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you're doing here while you're looking around, or are you heading straight through?
Being sexy.
Being sexy.
Being
That's what I'm just always doing passively, but I just want to mention.
What's your
Yeah.
What is your passive sexiness?
37.
37. Oh my goodness gracious. Tobias has a 3. Not very passively sexy, unfortunately, but he's trying, and that's
Don't worry, Tomo, we make up for you.
Yeah.
All right, you make it to this. I keep want to call it like an alcove or balcony, but it's not really. You make it to this hole in the wall. It looks a lot nicer than just a hole in the wall, but you know, it's got like decking and walls, and there's a
Like a
painting.
balcony.
But eventually, you make it up, and around here, you see a lot of scuff marks that seem like, oh, well, what do they seem like? Who knows? You might have to roll a check to find out, but there are scuff marks around here.
Inside the scuff marks.
All right, go for it.
Investigation or
Investigation, go for it.
anything.
And whatever you like. I won't prevent you from rolling, but I'll give you different information depending on what you roll.
Hold on. Hold on a sec.
Like the type of roll
That's
that you
really,
do.
really good. That's 26.
26 on the insight.
Yeah.
All right. With an insight check on these scuff marks, you get the feeling that whoever made them or whatever made them, because you can see that there are larger ones, like more deep scuff marks towards the edge. It seems like whatever made these was probably using claws to climb the bookcases and stuff like that, and then kind of clawed their way up here, and they kind of put them away as the claw marks kind of stop as you get further away from the entrance. So you get the
I'm
feeling
gonna declaw this kitty cat. Slowly.
Jade looks sad for a second and then remembers it's F season, yes, says on the exception in my morals.
And Vidridi, what did you roll?
It was an 18 investigation.
18 investigation. Okay. With an investigation check, there is something that you note with a high roll of this, which is that these do seem to match the kind of scuff marks that you've seen earlier, which you've already kind of attributed to be pretty much confirmed to be Zefsi's scuff marks. So these seem to indicate that it's just Zefsi's who's been around here. All the scuff marks kind of appear to be from the same kind of sized individual, or cat, or whatever. It doesn't appear that any of these other scuff marks have been made by any other creatures, which just gives you the idea that it seems that, like, it's probably... It's very likely the case that Zefsi's is the one who's made all of these scuff marks that are around here in an attempt to maybe climb. Who knows? But that's the information you get.
And there's nothing invisible in this area at all.
You are looking around in every room. If there was ever anything invisible, I would immediately point it out to you.
Except
Sweet.
cold.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've got that on my mind. I've got it in my notes. Invisibility items. So if there's anything invisible at all that you might see, I will make a point to specifically point it out to you. But so far, doesn't seem like anything invisible has shown up.
He's still doing the booty pops for Drudy every now and then.
The booty pops. But alright.
And just periodically you hear these like little like what sound like sneezes or chirps.
Aww. You hear... Okay, sorry, Jade. You also hear from your back. That was amazing. You climbed very well.
Yeah.
And with that, the velvety red and gold double doors before you lie in wait.
We're about to go into Lorenz.
It's a final room. Loran's in there like, hello.
It was Loren the whole
But you weren't
time.
expecting to see me in this set today.
But it's just lots and lots of Loran.
Yeah. Hi everyone. We've
Hi.
been watching the show in the shadows and it's a lot of fun. It's basically, one of the couples in it is what it would be like if Cor and Loran were in a married relationship for eternity.
Oh.
Not good. It's not good.
Oh my
It's kind of
goodness.
funny.
It's kind of funny.
It's kind of sweet. But it's...
But it would end in tears.
it's
Anyway,
Kind
we
of
go
funny,
up to the
kind of
big
sweet.
door.
What a wonderful treat. But alright, you walk up to the door, and as you do, before you decide amongst yourselves what you would like to do for it, we'll take a quick break here, because we're about an hour in, so we'll put a little mini bookmark, we'll go have a tea, have a pee, and then we'll come back. And we'll be here for whatever lies beyond the door. Or maybe there won't be anything. Maybe it's a fake door. We haven't even inspected it yet. Who knows? But I'll see you all.
Give me back my parent! Core shrieks.
Maybe the real door was the friends who made along the way.
Maybe. Maybe. Alright, I'll see you in just a moment. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. Just getting comfortable.
Nice, nice, nice. I'm gonna sip my freshly brewed tea.
There we go.
Alright, let's hear your thoughts. What do you think is behind the double door?
Big fuck off portal.
Okay. The one from the visions?
Maybe. Yeah. I would think so.
Okay. Interesting, interesting.
Hopefully FCs.
Hopefully it's FCs, hopefully it's FCs. We'll find out soon enough, though. Also, you're all very stealthed right now, I think, right?
Yes.
He's coming back soon.
All good.
Ugh,
Hello.
look at the heat. He's cold.
Does this have a passive perception? Yes, it does. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome,
Hello.
welcome, welcome. Alright, I want to hear your thoughts now. What do you think is behind the double doors?
Friendship.
True. True, actually.
Hi.
Ayla, what's your guess?
Big fuck off portals. Maybe FCs.
Well, that's not as good as friendship, but a good guess.
Well, you know what?
Yeah, see,
Why not
friendship
both?
is by far the best guess. I'm just a little bit.
Yeah, yes.
I don't. I don't
Hello.
know.
I don't know.
Emma, welcome
Not
back.
seeing friendship.
You're not seeing friendship.
Who?
Friendship.
Well, I mean, I'm seeing it between us, but not,
That's where I was seeing
with
it, yeah.
our potential, like.
I'm curious, what's happened?
Okay, I was asking, and now I want to hear you, Emma. What do you think is behind the double doors?
The double doors?
The double doors.
I've already
number
told
one
you
and
it's
two.
around Sex Dungeon. No.
That's
Fair.
the one I hope for. Wait, why? Why am I
That's
hoping
what
for
we
that
want.
one?
Now you we
Oh
want
my God.
the sex dungeon.
Now.
Just go to Allstar's bedroom, you'll find it.
You'll find it very easy. I look like a soccer mum.
No.
red and gold double doors.
Red and gold.
I think it's going to be Calorel and Zephy's.
Okay. How will they be though? Is Zephy's going
What
to
answers
be painted
did everybody
color
else
like?
give? Because I want to be good.
Okay. All right.
What did Aiden think?
But all right.
I said
If you
the same
kill
thing.
Calorel, I'll be really sad because you killed Core's other parent. There we go.
That would be devious of me, but
But we made.
Wait, no, I changed my answer. It's the friends we made along the way.
friendship.
There's 2 of us now.
You open
So
the
I think
door,
it
there's
is
a
friendship.
magical, warm, fuzzy feeling that you will feel inside. That is the feeling of immediate peril. No, okay. So you're here. You're here, and you're alive for now. Looking ahead of you, you see this double door. How would you like to proceed?
I open it.
All right. How would you like to go about opening it? Do you push it? Do you pull it?
I resist the urge to kick it. I feel the knob and I make an intelligent guess about whether I should push or pull it. I didn't say doorknob.
Jake grunts like, put your hands where they're supposed to go.
Core says sorry and turns towards the door handle.
Okay. You turn towards the door handle. And you make an intelligent guess. Would you like to roll for me an intelligence check?
Okay. 15.
Yay!
You feel reasonably sure that this is a pull door.
I pull that knob.
Alright, you pull that knob and it does not open. You use a lot of strength, but it seems to remain unbudging. You pull.
I arcana check it.
Alright. Roll for me an arcana check.
That will be a 21.
21. You are the most magicalist of the ball, and you sense a lot of magic before you all. However, this door will not fall. It is not made of magic. At all.
Oh, it's locked.
It is locked!
Wow.
Yes, it's locked.
Whatever shall we do?
Tamar, run at it with your head.
Run at it with my head.
No. No, I'm sensing I've made a mistake of some kind.
I'll
Yeah,
do
I
anything
don't
for you,
think so.
Jade. Charge!
No.
And he runs at it.
You bloody idiot.
Druidy's not stopping it this time.
Not stopping it this time? Okay.
Tell me.
No.
Okay, nobody's stopping it? Okay, Tamar is going to make an unarmed strike. Okay.
Druidy is a cat. Druidy is just no.
Okay, alright. What's the AC of a door? It's gotta be low.
I can tell you if you want.
Oh, yes, tell me!
I mean, I'll just grab my DM screen.
Wait, it has an AC?
I'm gonna put a bet on 12.
I didn't know doors had ACs. That's so cool.
Yeah, there's material ACs.
Oh.
Because I'm just going through my items, before we go in, can I chug the potion of heroism I have in my backpack?
Oh, yeah, sure. What does it do it again?
Yeah. I'll just add 10 to my HP.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Okay, Thomas, I need to ask you some questions.
I'm here for the Q&A.
Okay, would you rank this door as very easy, moderate, hard, very hard, or nearly impossible?
I would say this door is very hard. It's a very hard door.
Is it tiny, small, medium, or large?
It is definitely large. Tiny Fury could fit through this.
Is it fragile or resilient?
Very resilient.
With all of this in mind, what is it made of?
It looks like it's made of some sort of metal, without giving too much away.
Oh, never mind. That changes my answer on the AC.
Okay,
Knowing that it is metal.
So, I'm going to add these answers together, and then I'm going to divide them by 3, and then we have our AC.
Oh, that's so cool.
So,
I get some cool benefits from this potion. Just saying.
the DC is very high. It is 22.
22! Okay, Tamar hits his head on the door. Oh.
Now being generous.
That door is
Cool.
very sturdy. Much sturdier than most of the other doors I've had butted open in my day. And as that happens, I'm also going to roll something else secret on my side that I'm going to try. That's a... Hold on. Let me think. Wait. Where is the thing for this? Okay. A short moment after... Okay. A short moment after Tamara reels back from the door...
Thomas.
Second.
Don't cackle at us.
I'm cackling, I'm sorry. It's just kind of funny. Because this is set up in a unique scenario. Okay, so... You hear the sort of reverberation of the... Boom, 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 as Tamara reels back. Oh my goodness. That hurt a lot. And there's a slam. And the doors are smashed open from the other side. They come off their hinges, but barely miss you. Flying past you into the void. And you see standing behind the door is a stone golem that's just punched the door open with a really high roll. And I'd like all of you to roll for me initiative rolls, please.
Core just looks at the stone golem like, no. No, I don't want to do this. Let's just push him off.
You have to roll initiative.
I rolled an 8.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for all
I
the
rolled
NPCs.
a 5.
Okay.
Super good.
Jad is 8. Core is 5.
Foot 2.
Vru is... Virginia, what'd you get?
Actually, I'm 5 foot nothing.
And that's exactly what you're giving me. Nothing.
You bitch.
9.
9? Okay, alright. Okay, now the stone golem has to roll as well.
I do have 7th level spells, but I can't use 7th level wizard spells because I'm not that high a wizard.
Okay, you know what the stone golem did? Okay,
So you're still using 5th level
Stoji
spells.
is...
No,
6th level spells.
6th level.
Okay, Tamar gets a +1 to initiative, and his dice is cocked. It's stopped halfway between 2 numbers. Oh my god, Tamar, you are ready to be actionable straight away. Tom is a big number.
Actionable.
Avarice is rolling as well. Not quite as good. Aver is this mystery number. Alaria is pretty good. Oh wow, she has... Alaria has a really high initiative bonus. She has +4. Okay, and then the final one is Freddy, who's also in this battle. And you rolled not too bad. Fre, which is third. I can't say. Okay, now let me just work out the order. So it's gonna be you first, you second, you third, you fourth, you fifth. No, you fifth. You 6th, you 7th, and you...
Actually, it was a 6 on my initiative.
Oh, was it? That changes nothing. Okay. Very
Not
good.
anything.
Thankfully, it doesn't change anything. It could have. If it was +1 more or a little bit less, then it would have changed stuff. But we've got your order. First in the order will be Alaria, funnily enough.
Wow.
And she is not... Oh, okay, hold on. Let me think about this. She could go absolutely all out, but I think she's smart enough to realize that this might not be the greatest time to... you know what? No, she's gonna go crazy. She's gonna, I think, cast... she's gonna cast Lightning Bolt. And aim it... Hold on. Okay, I think she's standing in such a spot where she won't hit you. But she will try to strike the stone golem, so she casts a lightning bolt immediately, without a second's thought. She's recognized. She knows a threat when she sees one, and she's going to attempt to hit. Let's see. It's going to be a thing for the thing, and it's a that, which is... Oh no, it misses. The stone golem manages to get out of the way just barely. With a dexterity saving throw, it manages to dodge the lightning bolt, and it hits the wall. And you see behind you as well that it is a stone hallway that's very large. It's a very large stone hallway that leads to what appears to be an even larger set of double doors in the distance. But those are not of your concern just yet because we are in the fray, in the heat of the battle right now. Second in the order is going to be Tamar, surprisingly. And he's good at javelin, apparently. So he's going to throw he's going to throw his javelin. He's going to attempt to throw. Let's see if it does any...
Does he have a javelin of lightning?
He does not have a javelin. He has just a standard, normal, boring javelin.
That was someone else.
Oh my god, Tamar! It's a natural 20. He crit hits.
Nice.
Yeah, finally.
What a legend! Oh my god! Also, by the way, the stone golem is within 5 feet of you. It's so unbelievably close because the door is right there and it busted him open. So that's going to do. So for a crit, I just double the dice rolls and then just add the plus just normally.
Yes.
Okay, so that's going to be 2 of these bad boys instead. Oh, that's really good, Tamar. You're rolling really well. That's 11. Okay, so that is minus this. Oh my god, this is gonna be Math Central right now. Okay, loses that much. Very cool. Tamar looks proud of himself. Next in the order after Tamar is Frederick. He's gonna attempt to do an attack as well of his own. Well, actually, he's right now perched on you, Jade, so he has to take his action to get off of you. So he's gonna do that. And then he will not take any other action because he's just dismounted. And that'll end his turn. He's just chilling for now. For the order, Rodridi, you're up. How would you like to go?
Trudy is currently a cat.
Yes. Which I think, if you want to change form again, that's an action, I think.
It is. To drop the shape, it's an action. So...
You have actions as the cat, right, as well, as the Tressum form.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just, okay. It's, can I do, I guess, just a perception check?
Yeah, you can do a perception check. Go for it.
Because basically I want to assess if we can just get by the golem and...
Just run past? Okay.
Yeah.
Roll for piece of perception.
Cool, that's a 23. Wait, hang on.
23!
I think it's a 23.
It's very high.
Yep, 23.
23. Okay, so with a 23, there is a bit of information that you can ascertain from your whereabouts currently. Right now, you're standing in that sort of a wooden area that's kind of like the planked, I guess, area, wooden walled area that's kind of... Behind you, you've got that massive drop. You've got that huge square room with the books on all walls, and it just falls down very far and stretches up a little bit further than we are currently. So there's that room behind you. You already know that. Ahead of you, maybe about 100 feet in the direction directly opposite you, past the golem, is another set of double doors. They appear to be even bigger than the ones that you were just looking at just before. The walls in this hallway, it's kind of an arched hallway with a floor as well. It appears that there's no windows, nothing. There are some candles on the walls that appear to be lit, that are giving a sort of a very dim ambient light to the surroundings before you. It appears to be about 20 feet wide. It's pretty large. It stretches on for about 100 feet. It's made entirely of stone. It's all stone. It looks very stone-like. The doors way ahead appear that they might be made of some sort of metal again. And it starts right behind the golem, like right where the doors would have kind of opened. The stone floor kind of begins and the hallway is past that point. But right now the golem is kind of standing on both, like the stone and the wood. It's just standing in the frame of the door that is just busted open. And you're standing on the wooden part, I guess, right now. You're all pretty close to each other?
She's flying because she's still a cat.
Oh, yeah, okay. You're flying. The rest of the party's standing. I think unless Core is flying. But the rest of you are all standing.
Also, is there core and core duplicate still?
Yes, there is still a core duplicate.
Okay. There's a core double and core numero uno, who's currently hidden. Who you can see. You're the only one who can see.
Yep.
Outside of that, doesn't appear there's anything else. Wait, let me check something very quickly. Because I just realized something. Wait, I need to flip to a different page. Pardon me for 1 second, because you are seeing stuff. And you're okay, yeah, there is something that you see. Okay. Right before the door, it appears that there's a drop, like a chasm. The reason I didn't mention this is because you can see this, the others can't. It's just a drop. You can't tell exactly where it goes because you're kind of far away. It looks like it's small-ish. It's just a hole right before the door. Looks like it's pretty
so
not too safe.
Right before the right before the next door?
Yeah, right before the next door. Way ahead of you. Like right before, like if you were to open the big double doors, there'd be like just a hole basically right in front of it. It looks like it's about 5 feet wide and about 20 feet across, reaching across the whole room. Across the whole hallway. That's about what you'd see.
Okay. So there's a pit right in front of the door.
Basically, yeah. But only you can see it.
Because it's invisible.
Yes.
Cool. Druidy's gonna attempt to signal that to Core.
Okay.
Cool.
So
I have
basically,
pretty high insight.
she'll like kind of flap and then stop and then drop,
Hmm.
and then point at the door.
Shall I insight check?
Alright, I'll get both of you to roll. I would like Aelin, you to roll for me a perception check, and Lily, please roll for me an insight check.
New performance.
25.
Yeah, performance.
Emma can even check that.
I believe you.
25.
I have no modifier. It's a 19.
19. That's
I
very
rolled a
good.
19, yeah.
I think you'll be able to get the message across.
Okay.
Or you get the feeling that there's something not so great.
Yeah, you think that there's a drop
Yeah, basically.
at the end of the hall.
There's a drop at the end of the hall beyond the golem?
Yep, right before the door that's way on the other side. It's about 100 feet away. Basically, if the door is 100 feet away, then there's a 5 foot wide drop about 95 feet away. So it's right before the door, basically. So
Okay.
if you were to-
But theoretically, we could still portal through that door.
If you knew what was on the, if you had a visual on the other side, you 100% could, yeah. Or well,
Okay.
Jade.
Can I just check?
Mhm.
Yeah. Jade knows this.
Okay.
As in, like, knows that if he gets a visual, he can move. He doesn't know that there's a drop.
Well, as long as you may not even have to have a visual, as long as you know what's on the other side. But with that out of the way, Virginia, if there's nothing else you'd like to do, then the next person in the turn
I
order.
think she'll go ahead and start moving down the hall
Okay, how many
as the
feet?
Tressum.
Okay, are you moving past the golem?
Yeah, she's gonna go over it.
Okay, you're going over. Yeah, okay, that's fine. How many feet of movement do you get?
40 feet.
40 feet. Okay, you are 60 feet away from the door. I'll write that down. 60
Cool.
feet. Okay, so you have 60 feet
Because I
left
have an
to your turn.
idea of how to get the door open to look through it.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm interested. I'm curious. But all right. So with that turn out of the order, now it is up to you, Jade, to take the reins. What would you like to do with your turn? You are facing a stone golem, looking pretty big.
Okay. I need 1 second.
Take all the seconds you like. Have more than one. We have plenty. Seconds are for free. We have a
Just
second
one
supply.
second.
Skibbity-bitty, doop, doop, doop.
Okay, so I would like to use my so I would like to use Step of the Wind to take the dash action as a bonus action on my turn.
Yep.
So I can move 100 feet this round and still have an action.
Okay. You're grounded, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Does the golem get an attack of opportunity against you if you move out of its range?
Only if you engage in melee, right?
Okay.
That's in my game lore, but
Okay.
in John's game it's not.
Okay.
But I don't know. It's up to you.
Okay. I think that I think you'd be able to. Yeah, if you'd like to just run past it, there is room to run past it, and you can use your turn to do that. How many feet would you like to run?
100 feet to the door.
Okay.
It's
Are you
possible,
running
can I-
into the pit because the pit lies just before the door? You can run
I
95
thought you said
feet.
it was on the other side of the door.
Say again.
I thought you said it was on the other side of the door, like when we would open it.
No, no.
I would know it's there. But...
Then you would have no way of knowing that there's a pit there. This is the pit like right before the door.
Okay, how about this?
Mhm.
Because I don't know the pit's there, but Emma knows the pit's there. I would stop, logically.
Well, didn't
When,
Core say there was a pit there?
If I could use a free action to say there's a drop before the door,
Yeah, you could say
then
that.
I'll do that.
Okay, yeah, then I would stop before the pit.
Okay.
Here's my question, though.
Yes.
My aim is to look through the door, essentially.
Mhm.
So I want to get as close to the door as I can.
You can get 5 feet away without falling into the pit. But if this is your feeling for the pit, you'll eventually find it.
As close to the door as I can, while saving as much movement as I can.
Okay.
but I need to be able to see something on the other side. So, for example, is there a keyhole, or is there a gap in the door which I could perception check see through?
Okay. I understand what you're saying.
And I want to judge it so that I'm not necessarily using my whole movement, but I'm able to see through the door. If that makes sense.
Okay, you could move as far as you'd like and make a perception check if you'd want to. It's a bit far from 100 feet away.
I think he would only stop once he could tell that there was like a visual. So I need you to tell me when that would be.
I think realistically you could get within like maybe 30 feet of the. You could see from 80 feet away maybe if there was like a lock on it or something from that far away with a good enough perception check. I mean, you could stand pretty far away if you roll really highly, but the closer you get, the lower you'll have to roll to be able to perceive stuff like that. Like if you're right up to the door, you could roll a nat 1 and you'd know.
Okay. So I want to move.
So you can
50
move
feet.
Okay, 50 feet. Yep.
And I'm going to use my action to perception check.
Yep. Okay, go for it. You're all right. 50 feet away. 50 feet.
Cool.
So you run past the stone golem. The stone golem has not yet moved.
Guys,
How'd you go?
I thought it was a natural one, but it was actually a 7.
Oh.
So
Oh.
that's why I stared at it like this.
Oh. Okay.
No. So
Last Jade.
15.
15. Okay, with a 15 at 50 feet away, you can't tell if the cracks in the door are big enough to see through it. You definitely can't see through them from here if that's even a thing that you could do. You do see that there is a large lock on the door. But you can't see through it from this distance, and you don't know if it's...
No, I wouldn't have so, but what I was trying to explain was Jade is going to use his intuition to stop whilst preserving as much movement as possible. So if it was 50 feet, for example,
Yeah.
he would only have stopped at 50 feet if he felt that there was a gap he could look through. If from just looking at it, there was absolutely no gap.
Well, from 50 feet away, it doesn't seem like there is. But I'm not saying that
Okay,
there isn't. It's just
he
with
would
your...
have kept going, so I have to explain.
Okay.
So, yeah. He wasn't going to stop if there was no chance, of seeing anything. He was
Okay,
only
so
going to stop. The reason I'm saying that is because I don't want to waste any movement.
Okay.
And I feel like Jade would be able, because I can't see it, I feel like Jade would be able to gauge whether it's possible to look through it or not from a certain distance.
Okay. Yeah, sure. But that'll also depend on your perception check. So from here,
if you're saying from like a 15 that there's no way to see through it at 50 feet, I think that he would have known there was no way. What I'm trying to say is he wouldn't have stopped if there was no way to see through it.
Okay, so are you saying that he would like to continue moving?
No. So he wouldn't have. I don't think he would have stopped at 50 feet. I'm not trying to complain about the perception. I'm happy to keep it 15, but I'm just. He wouldn't. His whole point was that he wanted to be able to see through the door. So if he stopped at 50 feet, looked at the door, just passively, and was like, "There is no way to see yet," because there's a judgment involved.
Then Jade would just keep going until he had a visual.
Okay,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say.
So are you saying that instead of rolling, you would have wanted to use Jade's passive perception instead?
No, not necessarily. But he wouldn't have stopped unless he had a visual. If you're saying that at 50 feet he wouldn't have a visual, then I don't see why
he would have kept going.
He would have stopped. I can't explain to myself very well.
No, I think I get what you mean, but I think you wouldn't have known whether or not you would have had a chance of seeing through it unless you either used your passive perception, or rolled a perception check. What is Jade's passive perception?
Okay, well, whatever. It's not. I can just do something else. Passive perception 18.
18. Okay. We can redact the roll because your passive perception is just higher. So if you wanted to keep walking, to use your, I think, how far can you walk / dash?
100 feet.
100 feet to dash, 50 feet to walk.
Yeah. So he used a bonus action at the beginning of his turn to dash.
Okay. So with his passive perception of 18,
100 feet. He doesn't want to necessarily use all of it.
Okay. So you're just moving until you can see through it if you can. If he can't see through it at all, like if you move closer and closer, would he move the full distance before he decides not to go?
No, he'd probably stop next to Druti if he realised he couldn't see through it at all whatsoever.
Okay. I think with your passive perception of 18, if we'll redact the perception roll. I'm happy to do that because you have a higher perception that's passive. Just looking at it from a distance, I think you could have probably walked about 30 feet instead of the 50. And you probably would have been able to tell that there isn't any crack big enough to look through, nor is the lock one that you can see all the way through in the door. But you would have had to have expended 30 feet of movement to do so. And you still have your action because we're not doing the perception roll.
Sure.
If that makes sense.
So I'm still dashing, as I said at the top of my turn. So,
Yeah, so
instead of my action to roll, I'm going to grab Druti and run with her to the door. Stopping before the pit.
Wait, are you still... Okay. Wait, tell me what you're doing again. You're using your action this turn to dash.
No. I use Step of the Wind at the top of my turn as a bonus action to dash.
Oh, as a bonus
So
action. I understand. Okay. Cool.
Which means I have 100 foot of movement.
Yeah.
So after dashing for 30 feet, realizing with my passive that there's no way through the door.
Yeah.
Because I would have stopped by Druti. I'm just going to grab Druti and go to...
Okay, so you would have moved 30 feet, realized you can see it, moved another 10 feet forward, grabbed Vidridi, and then moved as far to the door as you could.
Yeah. And if you said Druti stopped at 60 and had
60 feet
there,
away, yes. So if you went
then
30
it means
feet...
that 100 should get me up to the door.
Yeah, 100 would get you all the way up to the... Well, 95 would get you all the way to the pit. If you move any further than that, you'll fall down. Vidridi,
Cool.
how...
So I with my last 5 feet of movement, I put Druti down.
Okay, Vidridi, are you low enough to the ground that you could be grabbed by Jade? Is my only other question.
Just like she would have been within Jade's like
Okay. In that
grab
case,
radius.
both you,
Because
Vidridi...
Jade is tall.
True. Very tall, actually, in fact. Towering. With that, the two of you would end up 5 feet away from that last door, with the pit right before you, that you can see for Judy, but Jade you cannot, but you know is there.
Sure.
Okay. Is there anything you... And with the 5 feet of movement that you have left, you'll put Judy down. Okay.
Yeah.
So, with that turn out of the way, we have next in the order, which is Avarice. I forgot he was in this battle, but he is also at the beginning. He is seeing you all run to the door, and he's going to try and do a little bit of the same, so he's going to use his action this turn to dash, and he will dash 60 feet, and will end up 40 feet away from the door. Because he has 30 feet of normal movement. He's a fast boy. Okay, and with his turn out of the way, we then go to... Wait, hold on, this was 4, 5, 6... Core is next, Core. You are next to the order. What would you like to do?
Core looks so fed up. He's gonna flutter like in front of the stone golem.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I've had a terrible day. And he's gonna wipe his hand over his eyes and try hypnotic gaze on the golem.
Oh, okay.
Which is a wisdom save from you.
Okay, hold on. Okay, a wisdom save. Yep. Okay. So it is going to roll a wisdom save, and this wisdom it's a... I'm very sorry, this is a natural 20 wisdom save.
Okay. He tries it. It doesn't work. He keeps flying. He's going to use all of his movement to get there.
Alright, how much movement does he have in flying speed?
With flying...
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Let me just get the fairy stats up.
Go for it.
Fairy D&D.
I'm imagining it's like 50 or 60 maybe.
I think it's quite a bit. Hold on.
Maybe.
Give me the flying, please.
How fast can this golem move? Oh.
That's something that we cannot possibly tell you, Tom.
Surely I made a note.
I can see right
2
here.
feet. For 10.
Wait, do you want the fairy stats like directly? The official
No,
ones?
Core had a flying speed. I think I made a note of it.
Because I'm pretty sure fairies can fly at 60.
60.
The fairy on...
No,
the
but
official
fairies are
fairy-
much smaller than Core, so you can't look at the small fairy. You have to look at
Yeah.
medium
'Cause it's a-
humanoid flying.
It's like Tarbet, maybe.
Should be the
30.
medium. Hold on.
Is what I'm looking at, but...
Yeah, but that's the tiny one. It's not the medium humanoid. Thomas, do you have a note of this somewhere? You did give him a flying speed.
I don't have a note of it, but
I've got it written down right here. It's 60 feet.
There you go.
I can get right up to the door.
Okay. So with a flying speed of
Away we
60
go.
feet, if you're dashing... Wait, use your action to do a spell, right? So you have to just use your normal flying speed, no dash.
Hold on, let me just check what that
Unless
would
you have
be
a bonus
considered.
action to give you dash speed.
No, I will use all of my movement. So 60 feet.
Alright, so you'll be right in line with Avarice. You're both 40 feet from the door. This has turned out to be a ridiculous math problem. Oh my god. All these numbers. It's 5 feet there, 5 feet there.
I love
Alright.
the meme of this game is that cause magic never works.
It really rolled a natural 20. I'm surprised. But with
One
that,
day I'll get a cool spell. One day.
I believe. You know what though? The golem still isn't dead. It's got a lot of his life, so
I'm not trying to kill it.
well, not yet at
We're
least.
sick of the golem. We don't want the golem. Go
For now.
away.
But okay, with that turn out of the way, after you, it is time for the last one in the initiative order. It's the stone golem itself. It rolled the lowest with a 4 on its initiative. So the stone golem, noticing that literally everybody has run past, pretty much, I think. Wait, how far did Freddy run? Oh no, he uses action to dismount. Freddy hasn't moved. He's gonna attack Freddy. He's gonna roll to attack.
No, Freddy has like 0 HP. If he dies, I die.
I can't. Well, I actually can't tell you how much HP. Imagine if he has like 1,000 HP. Oh my god, he's actually a literal god. All right, it's going to roll to attempt to attack. It's got a okay. All right. It does hit. It's got a really good. Okay, so it's going to use a multi-attack to attempt to do 2 slams.
Thomas, can I just tell you something which I learned the hard way as a DM?
Yes,
If you like an NPC, you shouldn't hit them.
I know that. I do love this NPC, but unfortunately, this boy is in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Did you kill Emma?
Okay.
You don't know, man. You are there.
Both.
No.
Okay, so both of the hits hit. So you see the stone golem from a distance as it goes one hand after another to attempt to whack Freddy. Both of the whacks make contact. Freddy is knocked. He is bonked. He is not looking good. He's gonna take. Let's have a look at how much damage he actually takes. There's a lot of dice I'm rolling for this. I just realized.
Well, I'm do a shit ton of damage.
Yes,
I didn't engage.
this will be a chunk. Okay.
Maybe I should have taken Freddy. Oh well.
Okay, hold on. This is how much damage is he taking? That's okay. So it's 8 plus.
I did
plus.
try to immobilize it, but it rolled a natural 20. So
It did roll really, really well.
Better a natural 20 on that than on Freddy.
Yeah, true.
yeah.
Better than to crit. It's gonna be this much damage on its first roll, and then it's gonna do damage for the second one. I love having multiple dice. Now I can just roll like 3 d8s rather than having to roll 1 3 times. And it's gonna be this much plus that. Okay, it's that much, which is a total damage of this plus this number is okay, which means that Freddy is alive, but he looks like he's gonna die soon. Maybe he takes the hits, but he's conscious. Oh no! He's getting slammed, and he is left beaten and bloodied with this many HP left. Okay,
Maybe you shouldn't come on this adventure, Freddy.
He looks like he just groans. And after having done that, the golem will use its normal movement speed to move 30 feet towards you all, which means that it is 70 feet away from the door.
So it's just leaving Freddy there. It's like, okay, I have beaten you down.
Freddy gets an attack of
Oh,
opportunity.
does Freddy get an attack of opportunity? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
It's leaving his face. It's engaged with him.
Okay, so in that case, Freddy will get an attack of opportunity. Let me open up Freddy's stats. He has a stat sheet. Or no, he doesn't have a sheet, sorry. He has stats scribbles. He has notes. Okay, he has an attack he could make. He's going to attempt to roll to hit as it leaves. And...
Rat this motherfucker.
Let's have a look. So... Will this hit the golem? It does not. The golem has a decent armor class. You look at Freddy as he attempts to whip his tail in like a spinning motion, even though he's down on the ground right now. Not looking too great.
Valiant effort.
But he does it just a little bit too late as the golem walks away. And the golem is like the other ones we've seen. It doesn't have a face carved or anything. It's just a large stone that seems to have arms. Or arm-like protrusions that kind of swing around, that kind of smash things. And the planks, the wood around where Freddy was standing, are cracked, splintered. Not looking so great, but looking better than Freddy himself. It's looking even worse. But with that, we're back to the top of the order, so we got a few NPCs going now. We've got Ilaria, who's going to attempt to once again use her goddamn lightning bolt. She's going to cast it this time at a higher level, which is going to do a redonkulous amount of damage if it does hit. So this is going to be a... Let's see. It's going to be a save on the part of the golem. And it hits. Oh my god, this is gonna do it. This is gonna do some serious damage. You watch as the lightning bolt strikes the golem, and then at an angle hits the... Yes?
Okay, so, sorry, just to clarify,
Yeah.
Ilaria fired this lightning bolt off last time, right?
She fired...
At the golem?
She fired the same one, but at a lower level, yeah.
Okay, it still should have done half... It should have done half damage to the golem, right? On a miss, I think lightning bolt is a half damage spell, unless you're a rogue or a monk.
Oh, it does too! Oh, you're right, yeah!
I didn't want to short out Ilaria on her sweet, sweet damage.
Oh,
you know?
true, yeah.
Thomas has to roll
half
now.
as much on a successful one.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
yeah,
think
that's true.
it's- what-
So I'm gonna
how
add
many
that from the last
D8s?
time. It's gonna be a... Oh, it's D6s here.
Oh,
But-
D6s.
Extra spicy.
But alright, I'm gonna do this roll first, which is 9 d6s, and then I will do half of the previous one, which is 4. So, or do I roll them all and then half it? That's how I do it, right? I roll the full attack and then half the damage. Yep. So it still gets
Yep.
like the plus and everything. Okay. So for 9d6, that's all these boys. That's 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 5 is 12 plus it's hard to read, plus 2 is 14. And then I've got to roll 5 more, which is 2 plus 5 is 7, plus 1 is 8, plus 1 is 9, so it's plus 9, and then I roll 1 more. It's 4, plus 4 is 18, plus 9. Oh my god, 18 plus 9 is 17 plus 27. Okay, that's 27 damage, and then plus the previous rounds of damage, which were 8 d6. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of d6. I need to buy like a billion of these. Yeah,
You
that's
should buy them.
10, 11, 10, 11, 16 plus, which is 4 more of these for 8. And then I'm going to halve it. That's 2 plus 15 is 17 plus 17. Halve it is going to be 17 because I've got 16 plus 17. I'm rounding it up, 17. Okay, so 27 plus 17 is 44 points of damage. That's a lot. Okay, that golem looks like it takes quite a bit,
Good job, Ilaria.
quite a bit of damage.
Yay!
Oh
That's
my
my
god.
mom.
Okay,
That's right.
it looks like the golem before was unaffected by the previous lightning bolt because it is made of stone. It's hard to tell. But on this strike, it definitely a few bits of it fragment off. It looks like it's taking quite a lot of damage. It's hard to say exactly how far it's gone down, but it has been a noticeable chunk. The lightning bolt absolutely decimates some of the stone golem's health. And with Lara's turn out of the way, she will use her movement this turn as well to move. And well, okay, hold on. I have to think about this. Wait, would she move from this position? I don't think she will actually. She won't move. She'll stay here because right now she's still 30 feet away from the stone golem. She could move to be right up to it, but I don't think she will do that. She will stick by Freddy's side for now. But with that out of the way, on turn number 2,
Yeah, Freddy.
say again.
She's next to Freddy.
She's next to Freddy. Yeah.
Why didn't she move?
She didn't. She tried to lightning bolt before, but she didn't move after the end of her turn. Because at
Poor
that point,
Giselle, you stupid bit, and then gets cut off.
she was the first in the turn order, so she saw all of you standing by. None of you had moved past yet, so she wasn't aware that that's what you were trying to do. Her attacking first was her attempt at like fighting the stone golem, but now only seeing that you've moved afterwards, she can only make that decision afterwards. Is my rationale for that, at least. But alright, so with her turn out of the way, Tamar is number 2. And now he's yet to move as well, because at that point in the turn order, again, none of you had moved yet, so he didn't move yet. He's going to attempt to use his... Oh, he's gonna... Dude, Tobias fast! He's got 40 feet of walking speed! Oh my god! Okay.
Run, Tamar!
He's gonna dash. He's gonna run 80 feet, and he's gonna be 20 feet away from the door. He's 20 feet away, and he's very far in front of the stone golem. He can attempt to throw the javelin, which is what he's going to attempt to do. So, he's going to roll... Oops. Clickety click. Let's see if he can throw. He throws his javelin, which means that he won't have it in his inventory, I believe. He will lose it now. It's cocked. And he rolls a natural 20! Oh my god, he's got a crit strike. Let's go.
Yeah!
Let's go, Tabar. Nicely done. Okay, so with that, I'm going to double the dice. So it's going to not be very much, actually, even though he's trying his best. That's 2d6 plus 3. It's going to be... Oh, that's nice. That's 11 plus 3 is 14 points of damage. It looks like he does a decent chunk. The javelin gets embedded into the stone golem. You hear a sort of cracking sound as it makes contact. And his javelin is now no longer in his inventory. He's lost one javelin. And with that out of the way, he's used his turn. Wait a minute.
Also, a reminder, he still doesn't have an axe.
I just realized, I don't think he can actually make this thing, because he used his action to dash. So he actually gains the HP back. He still has his javelin. He can't make that attack if he's moving away. But he did think about it, and you all imagined him succeeding on a natural 20 throw. Unfortunately, he does not get it, because he's used his action to dash, so that's all he's done. Now, with Tamar's turn out of the way, it's Freddy's turn to move. And Freddy is going to... Okay. Let me check something. What is his inventory? Freddy has no items on him. Okay, very cool. In that case...
Especially not a ring.
Roll over and die.
He will stay where he is. He is not going to move close to the stone golem. He's going to stay by Alari's side for the time being, and his turn is over. Fourth in the order is Rodrini. It's back to you. How would you like to proceed with this stone boy?
I'm gonna ignore the stone boy, and I would like to. I'd like to cast Thorn. Oh shit. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. You gotta.
I have to drop my wild shape as an action.
Mhm.
How close is Freddy?
Freddy is 95 feet away from you. 95 feet.
Cool. How bad does he look?
If he looks like if anything damages him even a little bit, like he could withstand a paper cut, you feel like, but he looks like that in one attack of pretty much any kind will pretty much kill him.
Cool. So with a bonus action, because heck yes for Dream Druids, takes back 11 HP.
11 HP, nice.
And he gets 2 temp HP.
Nicely done. My pen is running out of ink, so I'm going to switch pens. I did so much math that my pen ran out of ink. If that ain't D&D on the DM side, I don't know what is.
Yeah. And as a free action, she says, "No ring is worth this. Go home."
Yeah. Or it's like, yeah, go home.
He will groan. Oh! But
Don't die.
He looks better. So he's got this plus this. Okay, he looks substantially better.
Yeah, she says, "Don't die," and then go home.
Okay. Your
and
message,
that's her turn.
Message seems to reach him, and he looks less distraught than when he was on the ground. And Virginia, with your turn over, it now moves from you... Wait, okay, 4 to 5. Jade, it is your move. How would you like to proceed on this fine, lovely afternoon?
So, do I get the impression that the lock is the only thing holding the door?
Well, not necessarily. I mean, there are very big hinges. Door's pretty metal. You feel like it's there's a lot of framing around the door that seems to be kind of holding it in place. The lock is a crucial part. That's the only thing that you can tell that might be keeping it closed, if that's what you mean. There's no like extra kind of mechanism.
Is the metal reflective though?
Okay. Here is what I'm going to kind of do.
Yep. There is sort of like, it's like it looks like the whole door is made of metal, but there's sort of like a wooden paneling on it to make it kind of look more fancy.
Okay.
And there's bolts, and the metal frame that you can see of the door is like the kind of the bezel, if you want to call it that. It is reflective core, if you're looking for that sort of thing.
No, I don't know if I can do this. Okay, I'm not going to look at this on my computer because it's confusing me. Right, so here's basically what I want to do.
Hit me up with what you want to do.
I think Dreety, he got the impression Dreety wanted to open the door. Now that has become a... No?
Forgot about the lock, but Dritty has an idea. It's just not going to work as well immediately.
Okay. Well, Jade can't do anything except... Jade can't do anything except try and attack the door. So that's what he's going to do. He has some range attacks.
Okay.
So... Wait, did you say there's a... Wait, hang on a sec. Are we 5 foot away from the door, but there's a pit?
Yes, you're 5 foot away from the door, and the pit is from right up against the door to right at your feet. It's 5 foot long.
Okay, so my range is 5 feet, so I can touch the door.
Yes, if you lean over like that, you can touch it, yeah. I think as long as your attacks are not like touch attacks, if they're 5 foot attacks, you can hit it.
So my range for melee attack is 5 feet.
Yeah, then you can hit it.
Cool. So I'm going to just unload into the door. I'm going to target the most vulnerable points with my most expensive spells.
Okay. For that, it'll be the lock probably.
Okay. I'm going to start then, yeah, with the lock. Hang on. This is the budget soundtrack that we have, the Shiny Boys soundtrack. Okay. So I can do this 3 times if I use a key point without doing my bonus actions. So I'm going to do a Radiant Sunbolt. I'm going to use a key point to use it twice.
Okay.
And me using the attack action is going to activate my extra attack feature. So I'm going to do this 3 times.
Okay. Is this a roll to hit?
Yeah, so it's plus 10.
Okay, nice. Let's go. This door does have an AC because I wrote this specific one down, but not the previous one.
Okay. The first to hit wasn't very good at all. It's 15.
Okay, 15 does not hit.
15.
15 does not hit. Unfortunately.
It's 27.
That definitely hits! Oh, whoa. That's a slam!
Oh wait, is that a 1 or a 7? That's 6
6 points
of
of damage?
damage.
Okay.
I hate that. This feels wrong. 6 points of damage on that. And then I'm going to use another key point to do Flurry of Blows.
Yep, okay.
So I'm going to do 2 more punches.
Okay.
Okay. $18.
To hit does not.
On the lock, not the door.
On the lock?
All of these have been on the lock because you said that's the most vulnerable point.
Okay, then the only thing that changes is that one hits.
Okay. And then 20.
20 hits.
Okay. 8 plus 5 is 13. And then 7 plus 5 is 12. 25 plus 6. 31 points of damage on the lock.
Total?
Oof.
Yeah, and some of that damage is radiant damage.
Oh my god, okay, that lock looks like it's literally almost broken. It might require like another poke, but it's heavily damaged at this point.
Is there anything else I can do to make it?
It's got the
Hang on.
tiniest bit holding it together at this point.
I want it to be the next round, but you get to just do it. Hang on, I'm just gonna read that.
All good, all good, all good.
Oh, I can attack twice in my extra attack, not once. So I'm
Go for
gonna do it again.
Good.
with the Radiant Sunbolts is 17.
That meets it, beats it.
Yay!
I had to look down.
Yay! 7 plus 5.
It's destroyed. The lock
12.
absolutely breaks. The lock had
So 43 points of damage.
43. Yeah, the lock had. Well, actually, you can. I was gonna say the lock had a total of 40 HP to give. So you've managed to destroy it. The lock breaks, and you hear a sort of creak from the doors. They haven't opened yet because they obviously you could push them still, maybe, or pull them. Who knows if they're push or pull doors? But the lock is broken, and the doors
Last
seem
thing
to
I'm gonna
visually
do-
kind of give way a bit.
Okay, I'm going to look at the door, and the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my 50 feet of movement to meet the others in the middle so that I can join the fight where I'm most needed, and I can potentially grab people next turn to run them up.
Okay.
And I'm leaving Drinky by the door, obviously, because she's no longer addressing.
Okay, I will give you all the deets on where everybody is. Right now, you're at the door. Well, 5 feet away from it. Virginia, you're 5 feet away from it. Core is 40 feet away from the door. 35 feet away from you from your perspective. Tobar is 15 feet away from you. And Avros is also 35 feet away, standing with Core. Alaria and Frederick are all the way back at the start, 95 feet away.
Okay, I am going to run to Core and Avros,
Yeah, okay.
and I'm going to be there basically as a meat shield.
Okay, so
'Cause
you are now 35 feet
You don't know
away.
where the real core is.
I'm running to blah blah blah. Wait, invisibility. Is it greater invisibility? Because invisibility breaks when you cast a spell.
Oh, then it's broken. You can see 2 cores now.
Okay, I run to the real.
You don't know which one's the real one.
You're just
No.
standing side by side. Hello.
I run to the one where there's most action, so I'm going to run to the one.
They'll be very close to each
I
other.
feel like I would know which
They're
one.
both just
considering one of
dancing.
them's casting spell.
Wait, Core, if you wanted to, you could try roll a deception check. 'Cause
So,
there are 2 of you. There are duplicates. Can you fool Jade?
hold on. What is my deception? He's not actively really, like, he just
okay.
thinks it's funny.
Okay, that's fine.
Because it's funny, I'll do it. It's a 17.
Okay, Jade. What is your passive insight?
Because I'm very good at lying.
Inside.
Passive insight, yeah.
No, I know what I'm doing. Kudasai. Passive insight is 80.
Oh, you can tell just barely which one's which. Okay.
I'm like. Yeah, I just moved.
Alright.
Also, Lily, were you singing a?
Encounter?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think
Yeah,
you literally picked up right where my brain the song was in my brain, and it came out loud, and I was like, what?
That's
Where did it come from?
Spooky.
the wavelengths are colliding right now. Okay. With that out of the way, with your turn done, Core,
Yes.
it is now.
Cool.
Wait, hold on, wait.
I stopped dancing.
Sorry, I lied. It's not your turn. I'm sorry. I apologize. It is Ours' turn first. Alright, he is with you
I
then.
don't stop dancing.
You keep dancing. Avarice is going to... What will he do? He could... Here's some funny spells. He's actually got a lot of spells used. And he's taking damage at some point. I remember where
Is
he
he okay?
He's mostly okay. He barely took any damage, but he has a tiny
I've
bit
got, like,
left.
no magic used and no damage.
Let's see, hold on. He could... Oh, he's... Okay, he's got a few spell slots used.
Why?
Not
How?
that many.
Who
but-
knows when we get to doing
Who
this?
knows what Avarice does for shits and giggles?
I don't know. I pretty obsessively keep track of when the NPCs sleep and don't sleep. So this is probably from earlier today. Okay. He's just going to run in that case, I think. He's not going to do anything...
I look at him like, I came all this way to fight with you, and you're just running away. I'm gonna do the same in a sec.
He's going to turn to the 2 cores. You snooze, you lose. And he's going he's going to dash with his speed.
Core just goes,
Okay. That's to flip the bird at Avarice is a free action. With that aside, he will be able to... Okay, so Jade is there now. Avarice is gonna run all the way to the door because that's where Core and Verdridi are. Wait, no. Core is here with Jade. Okay, Core is here with Jade. You guys are both 40 feet from the door. Sorry. I was looking at Verdridi's 5 feet. Okay, Verdridi, you're 5 feet away from the door. Avarice is now with you, also 5 feet away from the door, and he's looking at that door. He's inspecting it. Let me update his position. 5 feet away. This is the most scuffed.
Do not go. Do not hole in the ground.
He looks at you and he stops right before the fall. Or would he?
There we go.
Core did say there was a
Core did say.
Yeah.
True. I don't think anybody would be foolish enough to fall in. Okay, so with Avarice's turn out of the way, Core...
If he was going to, Rudy would let it happen.
Alright, -1 NPC.
Avros is hated. Nah.
He's not hated.
Avros, but if Core has said a thing and Dridi has said a thing, if you go in after that
If you
point...
fall,
That's your
You're writing your own destiny at that point. But
yeah.
with Avarice's actions, mediated by Core's earlier warning, it is now the aforementioned Core's turn in the turn order. Core, how would you like to begin your turn? The turntables have turned.
I yell at Ilaria and Freddy, well, more so at Ilaria, get him out of here. And then I'm gonna pull out a wand that looks like an icicle. I'm gonna point it at the golem, and I'm gonna cast... I stole All-Star's things. No, this is the Wand of Winter, which I stole from that guy on the ship, which I've had this whole time.
John the
And
Ice Wizard!
I've been going through my inventory.
Good. I am glad. You have no idea how happy that makes me, because I keep giving things that are just like... I have
cool
this now. I'm just collecting it for my personal collection. But okay.
I cast Sleet Storm right on the golem.
Okay, what does that do? Hit me up.
So I will tell you what this does, and it's to stop it from getting to us, essentially.
Okay.
So, until the spell ends, which doesn't end for 1 minute, in a 20-foot tall cylinder,
1 minute, oh my god.
with a radius centered on the point I choose within range, the area, well, there's no flames. The ground in the area is covered with slick ice, making it difficult terrain. It has to make a dexterity saving throw. So please do that.
Okay. Tell me, okay, so the golem is 70 feet away from the door, which means that it's you are 40 feet from the door. You are 30 feet away from the golem. How big?
I will center the sphere so it only gets the golem. From my mental math, that should work.
Yeah, okay. If you just pop it on top of the golem, it won't hit anybody because nobody is closer than 30 feet to the golem. The golem is 30 feet away from both Ilaria and Frederick. And then in the other direction, it's 30 feet away from you.
So it should just miss us.
Okay, is it a 30-foot radius?
40 foot, so it's 20 feet. So 30 feet, 10 feet.
Wait, no. If it's a 40-foot radius, did you say 40-foot radius? Because that means it's 40 feet in every direction away from the golem, which means it would be an 80-foot long, like an 80-foot diameter ring, basically. Like
Thomas, do you have a map so I can make this a bit easier?
I can draw a map.
Yes, please.
I will draw the map and where everybody is in relation to this. Okay, so
that would really help.
This chasm is going to be a big, long, just like like that. I'm going to put a little point here where it's like, that's where that door is, this is where this door is, that's like, okay, so this is going to be the hole, which I'm going to write here, in like, I'm going to put like a little squiggly bracket, 5 foot long. Then this whole area is then like, this whole thing, are up here, right here, 100 feet. Okay. Then we have... Okay, let me just go back to the positions.
Because I will change the spell because there's another one I can do.
Yeah, because that one... if it's a 40-foot diameter thing, it'll definitely hit somebody.
Okay, let's just change it to Ice Storm then, which is a 20-foot radius.
Okay, that won't hit anything but the golem. But I'll just put everybody here. A G for the golem. I'll put an AL for Ilaria. I will put an F for Freddy. F. May he not die. Let's put a comma because they're both here. Then there's that's like, well, okay, you can visualize it. It's easy. Okay. Core, I'll put a K. You're right there. You're no longer with Avarice. You're not with Tamar. You are with Jade. I'll put a J for Jade. So you both are together over there. Just in that. This is gonna be like. Yeah, okay. Like that. Then 20 feet away from the door is going to be Tamar. So I'll just put T. Okay. Avarice is now 5. Okay, so I'll put A, V for Avarice, and I'll put a V for Verdridi. And I believe that covers every 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Here are all the positions on this thing here. Can you see that in the camera or no?
Yeah.
Okay. That's where everybody is right now. You are 30 feet away from the golem, and then the golem is 30 feet away from Frederick and Ilaria.
Okay. So I cast that. Can you please make me a dexterity saving throw?
Okay. I'll make you a dexterity saving throw, and because this is a spell, the stone golem is going to roll the dex save with advantage. So he'll get either a natural 20 or an 8. Oh, wait, no, it's -1, so either a 19 or a 7.
Okay, you're still going to take damage because I had a feeling you'd do that. That will be divided by 2. 14 points of damage, and it's in difficult terrain.
Okay. And it's a 20-foot long radius. So if he walks... Okay.
Yep.
This is a circle like that. Okay, hold on. So this is taking 14 points of damage, which means it's down to this. And I'll draw a little thing 20 feet like... Okay, that goes 20 feet either side. Okay, so this ring basically just kind of covers this area. Because this is 20 foot wide, this zone, so it covers it wall to wall. So that's like there's now the area of your effect.
Yep.
Okay.
That's fine.
And does it have to do a save every turn?
It's just in difficult terrain.
Which means its moving speed is halved, I think, right?
Yes.
Okay. And
Okay.
that's it. It's not making any extra saves or anything like that.
No.
Okay, cool. Alright, so it has taken some damage, and it looks like it's not doing so hot.
I'm then going to use my movement to go to the door.
Okay, you are...
Fly backwards.
You fly back, you moonwalk. Okay, Core, you're here. You are 35 feet away from the hole, 40 feet from the door.
I can fly over the hole to the door.
True! Okay, let me cross you out. Okay, this is gonna... I'm gonna get a pencil out for this, actually. I just realized I shouldn't be writing this in pen.
I'm going to go to the loo.
Go for it. Okay, Core, you are at the door! You are flying, you are hovering, you're 5 feet away from Avarice and Retreaty. With that turn out of the way, Core's turn is done. The stone golem is going to take its turn. And it's going to be able to move 15 feet closer to you, Jade, in the difficult terrain, because it's got a movement speed of 30 feet, which is halved to 15. So it is now 5 feet away from... No, 5 feet away from the edge of the ring, and 15 feet away from you, I think. Because you're 30 feet from it to begin with. It's moved... it's 15... Yeah, 15 feet away from you. And it doesn't have anything... It has nothing that it can attack you with. It's just 15 feet away from you, Jade, and its turn is over. With its turn done, it is now... Oh my god, this mental math. 70 feet away minus... Okay, it's now 55 feet from the door. Okay. Okay. And back to the top of the order is Ilaria. She is going to check her spells to see if she... Oh, she does have this, but that's a pretty good spell. She doesn't really want to use that yet. Okay. With your range.
And just a reminder that Core did tell her to get Freddy out.
Yeah. I'm just having a look at what she has that she can use. Okay, how big is the... It's too big for that.
No, I can put the biscuits away. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. She's going to look to Freddy. She's going to say, "Get out of here while you can, please." And she's going to cast, for those of you who recognize it, Spider Climb.
Yes.
On Freddy. Sweet. Which is actually a cool spell that she has. Really apt for the scenario. But alright, Freddy has now the ability to climb. With that done, she is then going to move right to the edge of the effect of the terrain that is being affected right now. Which, if she was 30 feet away from the thing, and now it's 20 feet this way, she'll move 10 feet forward. And she's right at the edge, basically, of that ring of rough terrain that she has not entered yet. And her turn is done. But, hold it, she's moved 15 feet forward. No, she's moved 10 feet forward. She's 90 feet away from the door. Okay. And Freddy is now out of the... He's out of the battle, we're going to say. Because he's going to take his turn later. or after Tamar. Tamar, you are 20 feet away. Tamar is going to use the rest of his movement to get to Avarice and Verdridi, which is 20 feet away. He's just going to walk. Tamar is now with Avarice, Verdridi, and then 5 feet ahead of all of you is Core right at the door because he can fly. That turn done. Freddy's going to use his turn to yeet. He will shmove. He will groove. He will slide on out of there, and he will exit the turn order as he begins to climb down. So Freddy's no longer going to be taking turns. Next in the turn order is Verdridi. You're up.
Okay, I would like to do a thorn whip on the door to like yank on the
Okay.
thing open.
All right.
Nice.
Flavor this for me. How does it look? You summon your whip.
And she just kind of like flicks out her wrist. There's a this vine, and she just lassos it around the handle and just yanks.
All right. As you yank, you pull on the door, and now the lock having been completely broken, with ease, the doors open. As you pull, they open. And they make a loud slamming noise as they slam into the side walls. Core, you are the closest to this new room. And you are surrounded by a giant plot mechanism. It's the DM's ending room. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. We'll see what it is. As the door opens, though, you do all see into what looks to be another, much smaller hallway that leads to an ornate-looking door. Doesn't appear to have a
Core
lock from it.
swears really loudly when he sees another hallway. He's like,
It essentially looks like the hallway that was giant before, to make way for the stone golem guarding the path, shrinks down, all the way back down, to a very small hallway, in only the span of about 20 feet. It's like
he
kind of
starts shrieking. He's like, give me back my parent! Come on, you mother...
Guess what? There's another door. We know that you love the doors the first time round. We've got another door for you here today, and the door is just a small door. It's just like a person-sized door. There's no way the golem could fit through it.
I'm gonna rip your claws off and shove them up your ass! He starts screaming.
And it appears to be also ornate and golden and red and velvety like the first door that you went through, the first double door. But it's a single small door this time, big enough to fit one person. It's a normal-sized door. Yes, for Judy.
Okay. She didn't do anything after the thorn whip. So after yanking the door open, she just how far is who's next to me?
Who's next to you? You are right now side by side Tamar and Avarice. Oops. And Core is just ahead of you, floating above where the hole would have been, although now he's floating right in the in the door frame. Ignore the scribble. That used to be Tamar. Tamar is now there. I should have used the pencil.
Okay. Also looking at the thing, I realize that I can't teleport anybody with me, but she's going to bonus action bamf to the other side of the hole.
Okay. You bamf to the other side. The hole's only 5
She's
feet.
bamfs through the door, yeah.
Okay, all the way.
Up to the next door.
Okay.
Basically.
Up to the next door. Now, there is also something that happens at this point of the turn order, by the way, Rigidi. Because you feel a sort of message connect as it reaches you. And you hear a familiar voice in the message. Sister, we're safe. Do what you must, and we shall all dine upon your return. May fate guide you safely. Arya.
Cool, love you.
Send it back? Alright.
That's us. That's all she says.
Okay. And it feels like it went through. As far as you can tell. Wait, hold on. I'm going to need you to roll, I think. Because it's going through a plane.
Why do I need to roll? Because Drudy didn't... if it got to
Oh,
Drudy,
no, yeah,
then
of
the
course.
message
Yeah,
gets
no,
back,
okay. The
'cause-
roll that I already reached you. Or at least, this one did. Oh, floofy lung! Okay, sorry. I got distracted. I'm excited. I'm excited by fluffy cats. And cats in general.
Also, a correction, she only goes as far as 30 feet away from Tamar and Avros.
Okay, that
There's
would
a
put
reason.
you... There's only 25 feet left of the total length of this hallway before you reach the door. So you could go right up to
so-
it.
Okay, cool. Then
Okay.
she's right up next to it.
You're right up against the small door, and the small end of the
Yeah.
hallway as it kind of like it's like one of those illusion paintings that goes kind of down. But alright, right up to the door. You are waiting there. Rodriguez, your turn is done. Unless there's anything else you'd like to do, we move now to Jade.
Yep, that's me.
Oh,
I'm
Cantail!
dealing with cat former.
That's okay. I heard they're doing all right. Fun little fact behind the scenes is that message may have been sent more than once and didn't connect because we're on different planes.
Stop eating my dice!
I'm sorry, they look so tasty. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Oh, good shot.
Okay.
So it's Jade's turn.
It is now Jade's turn. Jade, you are the honorable Jade. You are exactly. Let me tell you where you are. I can show you the map as well because the J is still accurate. You have not yet moved from your position. You are. Let me think. This was 20 feet. 10 feet away from the golem, which is no longer there. It's now here. You're 10 feet away from it, and you are 40 feet away from the door and 35 feet away from the chasm, I guess.
Okay.
The door is opened now. The big one that was opened by Vidridi.
I am going to do one thing to the golem and then I'm going to go.
Go
The
for
one
it.
thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a stunning strike.
Oh! Is that a 10-foot range?
So I'm just going to use my action to make some attacks.
Oh, go for it.
Basic unarmed strikes.
Alright, roll to hit.
Actually, no, I think I'm going to use my quarterstaff, which I forgot I had.
Quarterstaff.
Thomas, where did you send me the quarterstaff?
I don't know.
Is it on...
Okay, you check Facebook. I'll check Discord.
Okay. Because wasn't sure what this would do.
I have not sent it to you here. No, I haven't sent it on Discord.
You've also not sent it on Facebook.
Okay, what is this quarter stuff? Because I don't remember exactly anything about this anymore.
It's the quarterstaff that we talked about, and I was like, I have this, and you were like, yeah, and I didn't know I had it.
Okay.
The really powerful one. Because I don't think I actually.
Okay, just a
No,
heads up.
I don't.
I am not personally keeping track of any individual players' inventories. So if you don't have it, I don't.
No.
remember exactly.
We've already had this conversation.
Okay.
I was just wondering whether or not you had.
I just sent it to you.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. Hold on.
Aiden, did you send it to me? Okay.
Yes, just
Thank
now.
you, Alan. Thank you. But yeah, I have like I only have Tiny Fury's stats, I think. So I have like that. But outside of that, I don't have any others, yeah.
I was just trying to find a photo. I already know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I get you.
We had this conversation before. Okay, so I'm going to use the quarterstaff,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to whack
Do a little bonking.
this dude.
Okay, go for it. Will the bonks be bonklicious?
Actually, he's 15 feet away from me.
10 feet.
10 feet.
10 feet away.
Mm,
And you are 40 feet away from or 35 feet away from the chasm behind you.
okay, actually, I wouldn't be able to make it. If I hit him, I wouldn't be able to make it to the door. Okay, so I'm going to just go for the door.
Balance eating your dice, I think.
No, it's biscuit.
Oh, your biscuit.
I'm covering
Oh,
it.
biscuit. Okay.
I'm going to just go for the door and jump over the chasm.
Oh yeah, cool.
Um,
How do jumps work? Do you just get like a 5-foot jump or?
No, I can do a standing long jump.
Like 20 feet, right?
Like 20 feet.
Oh, okay, yeah, easy. Okay, if you run up to the chasm, which is 35 feet away from you,
Yeah.
or you can even run not that far because the chasm itself is only 5 feet long. So with a 20-foot long jump, you'll be able to clear really easily. So how far are you running
Turn
before your
around
long
to
jump?
the inside of it,
Yeah.
and then I'll turn around and I'll do one, making sure I'm on the other side of the door. I'll just do a key point to do patient defense in case it comes, so that I can be ready to attack.
Okay, all good. What does that do?
I can take the dodge action as a bonus action on my turn.
Ah, okay.
So if something is going to try and hit me, instead I'm like, ha, no.
Oh, you just shoo, out of the way.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, that's gnarly. I'm excited for that. Hopefully, doesn't have to come to that, but who knows? All right, with your movement, okay, I'm just gonna say you're all the way at the door because you could move all the way there pretty much. You are.
I wanted to side of the door with
Like-
Vidri.
Yeah, I think you can be if you went 35 feet and then long jumped over the hole another 20 feet, moving a total of 55 feet. You are now 5 feet away from that door, which Rodriguez is touching. So you're 5 feet away from Rodriguez, basically. It's all good. All right, I'm gonna put you. I'm gonna say minus 5 feet because this is a new measurement now. The minus doesn't indicate anything other than that it's not the previous measurement. All right, with your turn out of the way, we move to Avros, who is also on the other side of the chasm. Can a normal character do a jump? How does this mechanic work in D&D? Is it?
Yeah, so it's in my DM screen.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, appreciate you. Does he have any other weird ways of getting across this?
Long jump, move 10 plus feet, and you can jump a number of feet up to your strength score. When you make a standing long jump, you can leap half that distance.
So,
Unless you're like a monk and you have crazy.
so 10 feet plus the strength modifier?
Yes.
And it's half that if it's standing. Okay, so Avarice can long jump 6 feet, standing long jump. Okay, so he will use that as his turn to jump over the hole, and he will just barely clear it because it is 5 feet long, and he can long jump 6 feet standing. So he will make it just over to the other side. He is 20 feet away from you, Virginia, and 15 feet away from you, Jade. Or to be exactly precise, he's 19 feet away from Virginia and 14 feet away from you, Jade. So, minus 19 feet. Okay, so he's now over the other side. With his turn out of the way, Cord, is now your turn. You are 20 feet away from the door. You are hovering over the chasm. You're 20 feet away from that final tiny door.
Lily,
What?
it's Core's turn.
Sorry, I was distracted because the cats are trying to eat everything.
Do you want me to put...
They're just so annoying. They're everywhere. You can't eat them. Those are resin.
Lala, 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 Lala.
I hope the cats are doing okay.
What is wrong with you?
Fluffy.
What is wrong with you, you greedy pig? You can't eat dice. You really can't. He ate moldy bread the other day.
That is
It's true.
not good. I've done that by accident at work.
I chewed through the package, all the plastic that I got out of the bin, and then I ate the moldy bread.
Oh,
It was so tasty. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Despite the fact that I get fed twice a day, more than the recommended allowance, and I'm fat. Anyway, Core will.
Sorry.
Core will
No, in other
fly
news.
down the corridor. He ain't waiting for no one. He's off.
That really made me laugh for some reason, that transition. Anyway, Core! We're back into it. Okay, so you're right up against the door as well now.
Yes, I'm going through that skinny corridor. I'm off. I'm going.
Yep, you're at the other. It's only 20 foot long. You're with the others. You're facing the door now.
I try to rip it open.
You try to rip it open. Okay, is there any way you would like to rip it open personally? Oh my god, it's a cat! Big cat, big kitty.
I would like to rip it open.
Okay, if you're ripping it open, I would like you to roll for me a strength check.
Yeah. Sure.
If you'd be so kind, please. Thank you.
14.
14. All right. You tug on the door. Yeah. And as the door is not locked, it opens gracefully and it swings open, slamming into the wall. Just like the visual, I think Cora's just had enough. He's just fed up. Maybe
He's so fed up.
he's got cats in the mind. But he rips open the door. And before you is another double door. No, I'm joking. This. Can you imagine there's another
Lily
door?
would have destroyed you. Personally, you, Thomas.
Personally.
There is what appears to be a long tunnel with a light at the end. Which is very, metaphorically apt for the session, I feel like. After what we've been through, the cat's chewing through things, there's a light at the end of this tunnel. It's a long
I just
tunnel.
keep going.
Okay, how much movement speed do you have?
So if I move 20, I used it. Was it an action to open the door?
Yep.
Which means I have another 40 feet of movement.
Okay, so you're 40 feet down this tunnel. Okay, okay, you're 40 feet down. If everybody else takes their turns to move through this door, it's, well, gonna be safe to say that you'll be maybe out of combat soon. But alright, so you are now, I'm gonna put a plus 40 feet. Okay, so you've moved through. The light at the end of the tunnel is getting larger as you approach. Now, moving on from you, it is the Stone Golem's turn, who no longer has anybody nearby, I think, because everybody else has moved on.
I think, is he in difficult terrain?
Yes. For a tiny bit more. He's in difficult terrain for... He moved that many feet? For 5 more feet. So he has to expend 10 feet to move the 5, and then he'll have 20 feet left. So he can move another 20 feet closer this turn. Is it 20 foot? Which means that he has now moved... How much further is this? He moved 50 feet, which is 70 feet away, minus 15, which means that he was 55 feet away. 20 feet more, it means that he's now 35 feet away from the door. I feel like I'm taking a math exam. I hate this. It's 35 feet away from the door. Okay, cool. 35 feet away from... Yes, from the door. Not from you guys. He's 55 feet away from that door. But with that Golem's turn out of the way, it is now Ilaria's turn, and she is very, very far away. She is a total of 90 feet away from the door. So what can she do this turn? She can move quite swiftly, but she could also do this. Okay. Casting time, 1 bonus action. Okay, so if this is a 1 bonus action thing, could Ilaria use her action to dash, and then bonus action the spell, which is a bonus action casting time? I think she could, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, she will move via dashing a speed... Oh, wait, she's got difficult terrain. Okay, never mind. No, wait a minute!
I can also bonus action first
True.
to get past it if she's
She wouldn't be
doing a
able to
Misty
clear it,
Step.
though. She wouldn't be able to clear it, I don't think.
What spell do you want to use, Thomas?
Second.
What spell are you thinking of?
Using Misty Step, because she has Misty Step that she can use. However...
Misty Step is 30 feet?
Yeah, Misty Step is 30 feet, but she has to cover 40 feet of difficult terrain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, I think she's just gonna tank it. For the... If she dashes and then halves that, she can just travel her normal speed through it. And then she'll still be in difficult terrain for a bit, but she'll be 10 feet away from the edge of the difficult terrain. 10 feet away. 10 feet away in the thing. Okay, so that's where Ilaria is now. Let me put a little thing here.
Wait, Thomas?
Yes.
She can move 50 feet from where she
Ilaria.
is. Yeah. Because if she dashes, that's 60 feet. Half it because it's difficult terrain, so it's 30 feet.
Yep.
Plus 20 feet Misty Step, so 50.
Wait, it could be 60. Misty Step is... Oh, wait, Misty Step... Well, the Misty Step, I think, would not affect the difficult terrain, right? Like, she just Misty Step
No,
past.
because it's magic. They're no longer on the plane.
Okay, so she could move 60 feet if she wanted to, but then she'd be close to the Golem, and she'd be down a spell slot as well. So I'm thinking she just tanks it for now, and then waits to use the Misty Step when she needs to. Because using it now, and then later again, if she needs to use it... Well, I guess she wouldn't really need to use it necessarily, but it would help her get past the rest of the room quite fast. And I don't want her to use it twice. Or she doesn't want to use it twice, at least. So I think that'll be fine. I think Ilaria's gonna do alright. But okay, with her turn out of the way, now a little bit closer, we move on to number 2, who's Tamar. Tamar is pretty close. He's going to attempt to make a jump across the thing, which is 10 plus strength halved is 13. Half of 13 rounded up is a 7, so he can jump over, and then he's good. He's on the other side. Tamar's made it. Long jump! Whoa! He jumps over. The ground rumbles as his feet make contact. But he's on the other side now of the hole. And with his turn out of the way, Frederick is nowhere to be seen. He's out of the turn order. He's exited initiative at this point. After that will be Verdriti. It's up to you again. You are still on the other side of the hole. You've got 5 feet ahead of you, and then there's another 20 feet to get to the... No, wait, you're already at the door! I've got to cross off your thing. Okay, so you've got the tunnel ahead of you. The same one that Core is 40 feet down now.
Wait.
Here's a goblin.
Just to clarify that the door is open. And
Yes.
Core is 40 foot down it.
Yeah, because Core tore it open with a strength check and then went 40 feet down this tunnel.
Okay.
Jade
here's a
is
question.
also down there.
Is Jade also down there?
Because I didn't actually know how the long jump worked.
Right.
Is it possible that Dridi could have done the long jump to get across and then
Instead of... What did you use?
instead of bamfing across?
Oh,
with
yeah, yeah.
her?
If you think that Virginie would have...
Yeah.
Because it would
Because
okay,
if she could have just jumped it, she would have.
Yeah, this is like not essential to like any damage being dealt in the battle, so I'm fine with you doing that because you would have ended up in the same place and it doesn't require me to do any extra weird calculations. So yes, of course, you can do that. I'll be happy to do that. If Virginie would have known that she could have done that, I believe that she would have.
Yeah.
So
In
that's
which
cool.
case, she will use her bonus action to bamf up to Jade and Core. To
Okay.
stay with the group.
Cool. You are now with Core. I think Jade has yet to move down the hallway, so Jade, you're still 45 feet away from Core, but you're about to head into the hallway at this point.
Sure.
But okay, speaking of, Jade, it's your turn. How would you like to proceed down this hallway?
I walk.
Alright,
Very
you walk
fast.
very fast.
I dash.
I walk
You dash.
very fast. I dash, but it looks like he's walking, so his legs are just like.
You power... You flashed... That was a nice perspective. You dash down, and you are with...
I like running.
Yep, you are with the others. I think the actual amount down the hallway is not going to be necessarily too relevant because there's no way the stone golem is going to be able to make it down this way. If you all manage to get into the hallway, you'll be exiting initiative pretty much because the stone golem has nothing that it can do if you manage to get into there. All right. So with that, okay. I'm going to say that Jade, you've moved down. Okay, cool. So Jade, with that done, it is now Avarice's turn. He has already... No, he has not long jumped yet, I think. Or has he? Who long
He
jumped?
has, because
He
I was
has.
surprised that Avros could make it.
Yep, you're right. Because I felt like somebody else long jumped, but I forgot who. Alright, for down? Cool. Alright, Avarice is on the side. He's going to flee as well. He's running down the corridor. He's joining you all. And that leaves Core. I'm guessing you're just running to the end of the hallway.
I dash, so I get like 120 feet of movement.
Okay, you're gonna get like pretty much all the way to what you feel like will be the end. And that leaves...
I fly.
You fly across, which means that the stone golem will take a turn, and it's going to move through... It is now 20 feet this way. It is going to dash to this point right over here, I think. It's going to dash right up to the 5-foot hole. It's going to use its turn to do that, because it is now... Okay, it'll dash 35 feet to get right where the hole is and end its turn there. It cannot reach any of you, but it is right at the hole. Which means that it goes back to Ilaria, who's the last person who has to make it out of here. She's got 10 feet of difficult terrain to get through, so she's going to dash as far as she can, which means that she will cover a total of 60 feet minus 10. Because, wait, she'll use 20 feet of movement to get past the 10 feet, and then she'll have 40 feet left. She'll move another 40 feet this way, which means that she will have 15 feet to get to the hole, 20 foot to clear it. Okay, she will then Misty Step to get over the hole to where you guys are at. Boom! Okay, it is a bonus action cast, and it has been used. I will pop that down here. Alright. And with that, she makes it over to the other side. And we don't have to continue from that because now everybody... Tamar's there as well. He's going to run down the hallway. Everybody's running down the hallway. The golem can't make it through. Freddy is nowhere to be seen. You all running through to the end of this hallway. So I'll let you exit initiative because the stone golem, even if I take its turn like a million times, it's not going to be able to do anything even if it is here. It might be able to get over the hole, but it can't get through.
The stone golem has a strop.
It does.
It's like, oh,
It
I
just...
didn't kill anyone.
Well, for any of you who are looking around, it kind of stomps around for a bit. And then as it notices that the hole it can't get through, it kind of does this turn around a little bit. And then starts running back that way. And then turns around and starts climbing down. The run. It's like shaking Lily's camera to you. Alright, so it turns around and it starts climbing down the same path that Frederick took. Down. Back down and away. But it disappears from you and you are all out of initiative. My notes for this goddamn battle are annoying as hell. Oh,
Yay!
but alright, you've made it out of the battle. And as you run down this hallway, you will feel a tingling sort of sensation inside of you. As you level yet again! You have leveled another level. Boom,
Nice.
bam! You will get another level which you'll be able to utilize as you wish. Now, as you run
Cool.
forward, you get the feeling that you're kind of coming to what seems to be like the place where this might end. As you walk and go past, Verdridi, are you in your Tresem form or are you not in Tresem form now?
She's person again.
Person again. Okay, cool. In that case, I have nothing to say. You are all running down the hallway. Is there anything you're doing as you run?
How the fuck am I? My walking speed is now 55 feet.
Oh, Jade, you speed up. It's like you stepped on like one of those moving, which travelators. That's what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah. I can no longer be killed by power word kill.
Aha!
That's
Wait,
really cool.
what? Oh my god, it's so good.
I'm proficient in all saving throws.
Hell yeah.
Dang.
And if I fail a saving throw, I can spend a key point to re-roll it.
Okay.
I'm happy. I like being a monk.
Yeah.
My constitution is now plus, what, 7 to save.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm taking some stuff in sorcery, I think, because with the meta magic adept, I get to use sorcery things.
Mhm.
Because why not?
Wait, what? You're multi-classing again?
No, I get a feat,
Ooh, okay.
so I can do like the sorcery things, like careful spell, distance spell. I'm saying that the more Cor finds out about his lineage, the more whack shit he can do. So I'm just gonna take that for now.
Can anyone take that?
Some
Yeah,
whack
it's a
shit.
feat.
That's really cool.
It's very cool.
Okay, you won't have to worry too much about doing all the stuff now. You'll have time to do that before the next session because we're pretty much on the cusp of wrapping up, depending on what else I mean, we might not, depending on what else happens in this specific hallway. But is there anything else you'd like to do before you reach the end of this corridor? Or no?
I'm still screaming.
Oh wait. I have an idea.
Yeah.
3D just kind of looks at the group and goes, "Who is tired of the corridor crawl?
Me.
Everybody gather around."
Okay, I'm here. Alright, Vegeta. Alright, I'm ready!
Now, if I do this, we have once we get into business, we will need to take a moment to change back. Druidy's gonna cast Windwalk.
Oh yeah, that's an all-star move, and I like it.
This is the clouds, right?
Yeah, we all become clouds.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Feel so nice.
Table is not cats.
All right.
Table is not.
You all become a misty breeze, and you float, I'm guessing, to the end of this corridor, and eventually, the light from the end of the tunnel finally starts to resemble more of a clear picture as you eventually reach the end of this completely dark corridor. And you emerge into the side as clouds, completely... You're very stealthy as clouds, nobody would suspect a thing. You enter what looks to be a very, very large, enormous even, bigger than you could have imagined just from having seen it in scrying, a dome-shaped room. And you're on some indescript balcony, somewhere a little bit higher up, peering around this room in your cloud form. And there are, I should say, a couple of familiar figures on the bottom floor, it's very far below you. You're very high up on a balcony right now, even in cloud form, but just high up. There's a lot of little corridors and passages that seems to... Say again.
I can't even tell you how high you are right now.
It's like this room, this dome room, which is the room that has the giant fuck you portal alright, that's being constructed, the one that you've seen in Scrag, it is huge and massive, and there are a lot of little balconies and edges. It's like being on the inside of an igloo, but there's a lot of like balconies and walkways and staircases and things like that, kind of all connected all over the place. But you see down where there appears to be one Calorel and one Zephyrs standing side by side. The Calorel looking a little bit limp, but standing side by side. They're both looking at what appears to be a giant cage, basically, like comically large, as if that it was. It's huge, almost big enough to house an entire town in. And Zephyrs turns to Calorel. You can hear this from here as well. It's like echoes in this room. It's pretty big. I have collected something that will be of utmost importance to us at our quest. I present to you this. And there's a rune drawn in the air. And there's sort of magical ambience, or magical sort of energy that fills the room a little bit as this light kind of comes shining from within the cage. And before you materializes a familiar sight. I think all of you, because I think everybody visited this place, but I forget exactly. It might not be familiar to all, but I think it's familiar to all of you.
Are we going back to the Hell Hotel?
It's Hotel Hell! It's the hotel with its surroundings, and it's been kind of materialized into the cage in front of you. And alongside it, outside, kind of weeding the ground, pulling out some weeds, turns around a familiar face. And it is one Boo Manifold, the ghostly white tiefling that you've seen before. And he turns around.
It's been so long that he's like...
Who's that?
I remember that guy when he was in the Kingdom of Crystal, he owned the hotel.
No, I think it was the guy in the forest in the Feywild.
Who
Also, I think he
owned
was
the
yellow.
hotel.
Also in the hotel.
Oh no, it could have been the old lady from Capital who also owned an inn.
Yes, wait, golden yellow. I think you're right. Yeah. But ghostly in appearance, I think. Even though it was yellow. Yellow tiefling. I think you're right. He turns around.
I think complicated character.
He turns around with a hello. And Zephyrs turns to Calorel in confusion and shock. What? And that's where we'll end the session for today.
What?
No!
You can't do this, Thomas. We spend a month waiting for some closure and you end it on a cliffhanger?
Yep,
Thomas,
I had to. I gotta do it. I'm sorry.
no.
I'm angry.
But this will give you plenty of time to look at your character sheets and your new level, your leveled skills, spells, feats, anything you want to swap out, like that. Time to
To
plan.
clarify, they didn't like catch sight of us as clouds, right?
Of course
that
not.
wasn't...
You are way
Okay.
up, and you're like looking at them from behind. That's kind of like the
Okay, I
the
just wanted to
perspective.
clarify because I was confusion.
No, you are very far. You are really like high up on like a level 4 balcony, looking down on the ground, way down below you, kind of thing. And so you can see kind of this whole room for its entirety from up here. But you'll have plenty of time to work out what your plan of attack is for the next session, which I think it's safe to say is probably going to be the last one. Then, after the last one, there's going to be like an epilogue session, I think. So, yeah. And so I think we'll kind of put a... Depending on what happens. Depending on what happens. But, that remains to be seen. I don't know what you guys are going to do. I think it might be the last session. The actual, like, last Shiny Boys session before we go into epilogue stuff. And then, like, you know, post-game events. And then talking about where your characters want to go, what they want to do with their lives kind of thing. And that sort of stuff. So think about that, if you'd like. And then also we can do, like, after the epilogue kind of thing, we can do a sort of D&D deep dive where I can show you all the notes and random things that I changed and stuff, and how much Baron's leaving the campaign made me rewrite everything. So,
Oopsie.
it happens, it was fun. But they definitely threw an interesting challenge at me to tackle with, so it was fun. It was good. It was a good brain puzzle. But because the last session might be the next session, if there is anything that your character desires most, or would desire most after conflict is all over and stuff like that, and things return to kind of a more peaceful state.
If we all live, of course.
Second, yeah, if you survive.
If we all live.
If you all live. I mean, look, Calrill's right there. I'm just assuming that there's going to be like a battle with him. If that does happen, that'll be the last session, probably.
But we need to save Calorel, obviously.
That could all happen in the last session. I don't think the battle will take an entire session if it does happen. I don't know if it's going to be a case of you guys
It
doing
took us over 3 hours to walk through some corridors.
That
Yeah.
is true, but now you're here is the thing.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Okay.
there isn't any more walking... Unless you just go back and you're like, that's just something else.
Yeah, anybody fancy a trip down corridor simulator?
Gosh, my favorite game is Corridor Simulator.
You want to know something, by the way? I'll give you another sneak behind the scenes because we're getting close to the end anyway. I actually removed rooms from this, like, a few sessions back because it was going to be too long. Also, it was designed with, like, another pillar room in mind that I had to remove because of logistical reasons. And a few extra just rooms in general, but I kind of whittled it down to these ones to make it more manageable. But, I'm excited for what's going to happen. It's been, really, really wonderful playing. I really appreciate you guys making it for this like longer session and jiving and vibing.
We like the normal sessions.
This is not longer. This is normal.
I mean, yeah, it is
Yeah.
normal, but it's like not on a work night. My only commitment is that I have to like see my mum later, but that's like way later than my shift would start, or not way later, but it's later, so I can catch a normal night's sleep.
Because of the disaster of planning this session, is there any way we can have an indication when the next one is going to be?
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
tell you exactly when. Okay, so let me think. Okay, this was this day, so we could do. If it works for you guys, we can just do this same exact time slot in 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Emma's
works.
working until 7:15, so
So we can't.
Wait, what?
you're working. I've got the rotor up
7:15 on a Sunday.
on a Saturday.
Oh, it's a Saturday.
It'll be a Saturday.
We could play from 7:40 if I have dinner ready for Emma.
Okay, it would just be a shorter session again. Is the only thing. So if you want to
So
do.
what days can we do a longer session? Because we can all play
Okay.
at different times, Thomas, as well.
True. Okay.
Yeah, we can play the Sunday session.
But we can also play in the middle of some of our days, which I noticed that you sometimes go online. So if you have any times during the middle of our day, I usually have a few days off during the week as well.
Okay. How does? Yeah, I don't have that many days off. I have. Okay, Tuesday as well. Does a Tuesday work? But it would be okay. Wait, that would be a Monday for you. So what about
Yep.
this same time slot on Monday the 10th for you? And it would be.
Yep, we're not working.
Okay.
And you've submitted your essay by then.
No, I wouldn't have it on Sunday.
17th.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So that would be for in my time zone. That would be Tuesday the 11th at 5 a.m. ish, or like 5.
So that's the 10th. That's the 10th of January at 6:30 p.m. for us, which is what it was today.
Yeah, exactly. If there's no daylight savings time changes before then yes.
Gotcha. That is all good. That is locked in. Thank you for the.
Exactly.
Okay. Just to double check, what is the UK time for that? Because that's
Six-
the one that I
6:30 p.m. What it was
Yep.
today.
6:30 p.m. We can do
On
another 3 hour.
Monday the 10th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
6:30
Okay.
p.m. Monday the 10th. Yeah. And
I
that
have
would.
phantom mask pain behind my ears.
Yeah.
Oh.
I get that as well. It's
Has anyone
annoying.
got that?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
I
had
feel like I'm still wearing it.
Yeah, it's really. I get it after work because I have to wear it for like the entire work shift.
Yeah, we have to wear it the entire time, which is like 9-ish hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So
the same.
when you take it off, it's just like, it's still there. I can take it off.
Yeah. No, that's really annoying. I hate that feeling, but yeah, it's really, really annoying. But okay, I'm glad
But yes,
that we.
thank you for the game
Thank
today,
you.
Thomas. It was
No worries.
nice.
Thank you for making it.
Yeah.
Yay, thank
It'll be
you.
good. I'm excited for the next one. The next one is going to be 3 hours again. It'll be like this same kind of time slot, if that works.
Yay.
Cool.
And
Yes, please.
like I said, think about it. If there's anything your character's like inner desires are, think about it. I can't say why because that would spoil too much, but think about it. If there are any
Inner desires.
inner
Okay.
desires, yeah.
I'm gonna write down Core's inner desires right now.
Just think about that sort of thing because I'm just saying something may or may not come up that will require some like important thought about that, and I don't want to spring that on you in the session as a surprise. Like, haha! Now is this whoa, surprise moment. I think it's something that you'd want to think about a little bit, first of all. So if there's any deep desires that your characters have, think about it.
Okay.
And I wouldn't say any more than that. But all right.
Sweet.
With that
Amazing.
done, I'm going to leave you guys to it. I'm going to go and sleep, basically. Well, actually, I have to have food first. So I'm going to get food first, and then I'll go to sleep. And I will
Okay.
see you all on...
See you on
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah, for the Disappointment Fruit. It's going to be good.
For
Yeah.
more D&D.
Wedding.
Bye, friends.
Bye,
Bye.
friendos.
Bye.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.